Lord. Hello, people. Greetings, peeperonis. Welcome back to the stream once again. It has not been a while this time because we actually streamed on Saturday. Some good old karaoke. Seemed that you guys definitely enjoyed the karaoke as well, which is good, It has been a while since the last time I did something like that. It was definitely quite fun. And yeah, we're back once again on Tuesday. Today though, there's no real fixed itinerary for today. I know that normally Tuesday is supposed to be MLBB, but as you guys are already aware, I've decided that it would probably be best not to do MLBB ranked for a short bit because things have been a little bit sus. So today, normally I would have thought about like, oh, what should I do today? But I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I was not able to figure it out. I was not able to decide on something to do today. But we'll figure it out soon. Either way, we can chat a little bit, you know, while we wait for more peeps to drop by, and then maybe when a couple more peeps are around, we can maybe think about what would be good to do on stream today. But for now, we can just chill. We can just chat a little bit to get things started. Hello to Lilo, hello to Toast, and hello to Darren back at YouTube. I'm sad about Horse Dodo, about Urara. Yeah, rest in peace, Haru Urara. The timing really could not have been worse in some ways, because we were literally just talking about her in Discord earlier, and this happens. It's actually kind of insane, that sort of timing. I literally had to post it on Twitter because, like, when does that happen? You know, when I saw the post initially, because I was browsing Twitter and then I saw the post, I was like, is this real? It's like, this cannot be real. The timing could not have lined up that beautifully. It feels like there's something in my nose. But yeah, like, I was so shocked because we were literally talking about, you know, getting attached to Umas, and then like what happens if the real horse passes away, and literally using Haru Urara as an example, it could not have been more precise in the worst way possible. But yes, rest in peace to Haru Urara. At the very least, their memories will remain as our favorite pink daughter in Uma Musume. We'll still have that around. And well, the horse was old. Actually, wait, is Haru Urara male or female? Like the horse itself? I don't actually know. But yeah, hopefully, like they were a pretty old horse, all things considered. They actually lived a pretty long life. And you know, towards the end, you know, towards the last year or so, Haru Urara definitely got a lot of attention after the release of Global. Got a lot of donations in terms of grass to eat. So hopefully those final couple months, final couple days were comfortable. You know, hopefully everything's good there. Not too much to be said because, you know, shit happens, right? Female, okay. Why does it feel like there's something in my nose? Oh well, who knows. So yeah. I can definitely see how it would be very upsetting too, because like Haru Urara is a pretty beloved figure among Uma Musume. And there's a reason why it was noted that she was receiving a lot of donations compared to the others. Because like she was definitely universally loved. You know, everyone loves a good underdog story. And she was also one of the last surviving Umas from like her generation, right? So a lot of the same Umas that raced around the same time as her had already passed away before as well. So it's one of those things. It is one of those things. Ear accessories on the right ear female, left male. Okay, we'll try to remember that. Wait, right from their perspective or right from our perspective when we're looking at that? But yeah, rest in peace to Haru Urara. And I imagine that a lot of people are going to be training her in the next couple of days, you know? Everyone gonna be trying to win Arima Kinen with Urara. Our perspective, okay. I was a bit confused because I feel like I recall, like I obviously would use Nature as a reference because she's the one I would remember. I remember Nature's accessory being on her right ear. So I was like wondering, wait, is that from their perspective or my perspective? Because if so, I was remembering it wrong. But yes, it is one of those things, isn't it? I will say, the whole reason why we were talking about Uma Musume before this as well is because I was watching Uma Musume, right? So as you guys recall, I finished season 2 of Uma Musume last week. I took a break from watching it for a while, and then I decided, okay, let's start watching season 3 today. And I was binging season 3 today. I think I've watched up to episode 8. I will say, watching this show does things to me, man. Watching Uma Musume just does things to me. Cause I've been feeling empty again. Even though I haven't finished the season. I haven't even finished the season. And then once I stopped watching and I went out for dinner, I started feeling like that emptiness. And I was just like, this show is dangerous, man. The shit that these characters be doing to me is dangerous. Maybe at this point I'm actually starting to have that, what's the word? What's that word? That word where like you start treating like YouTubers or whatever as your actual real life friends. There's a word. I'm pretty sure you guys know it. I just suddenly can't remember it right now. What was episode 8 about again? Dude, episode 8 actually kind of tugged at me, fudge dude. Episode 8 actually tugged, no, not obsession. I'm referring to like something relationship. There's a word. Like something relationship, you know, like when you watch like a lot of a YouTuber or something and you feel so close that you feel like you know them in real life, but you don't actually, you know. Like there's a word, it's something relationship. Fudge, hold on, let me look it up. I suddenly forgot. Parasocial, thank you, Darren. Yes, I am starting to form parasocial bonds with watching like Uma Musume, man. This is like starting to get into very dangerous territory. I did say to you guys previously that like I started watching this show at a really good time in my life because like I feel like I relate to it like so much better than I ever could have before due to the things that I have been dealing with in life recently, you know? But it's also because of that it ends up affecting me even more so than before. Like, I feel like I'm getting called out a little bit. It's good you took a break because it's so good at pulling your emotions. I will say, like, based on what I've read from people, right? Like based on what I've read from people, apparently, people generally agree that season 2, aka Teo season, was probably more emotional than season 3. Alright, which is, of course, Kita-san Black season. I haven't finished the season, so I cannot say for sure, but so far I'm definitely inclined to agree. I do think that Teo season was very, very romantic. Sorry, romantically. Why did I say that? There was definitely some of that though. Very emotionally charged. Right? But I will say that season 3 has not been tugging at the heartstrings at all, right? Because specifically the episode that I ended at, right? Episode 8, Fudging Kita-san Black was having was going through a bit of a personal crisis. By the way, she's been going through a bit of a personal crisis the entire season. But she was going through a bit of a personal crisis because, like, she felt that her friends and her rivals had dreams that they were chasing and they were so, like, dazzling because of that. And she didn't really have any sort of, like, dream that she wanted to chase. And I was like, fudge, dude, I'm being called out. This is me. That's just actually me on the screen. You may as well write my name on the fudging episode. It's like, oh my god, that's me, dude. Fudge, dude. Like, I felt that. It's like, dude, that's exactly how I feel sometimes. Actually, a lot of the time. It's like, fudge. My emotions. The fudging empathy hitting me right in the gut. Hello, Ray. Welcome to the stream. Yep, rest in peace, Haru Urara, indeed. If you read the manga, it's even more sad. I have read the manga, I think. There's a few mangas as far as I'm aware. Sad? Would I say it's sad? I mean, the manga is definitely a bit more grounded overall, and I think it explores the characters better, but it looks like it's only been, like, translated up to chapter 28 or something. So I haven't been able to read more than that. But I'm glad that they're giving more time to Vodka and Scarlet, because Vodka and Scarlet did not get a lot of time in the anime. Cinderella Grey, yes. I'm a little bit afraid, right? Because I'm already feeling kind of empty from watching the anime, even though I haven't finished season 3. But considering I just finished episode 8, it means that I'm quite close to finishing season 3. And when I finish season 3, there is no more Uma Musume Pretty Derby, right? There is, of course, still Uma Musume Cinderella Grey. But I'm a little bit afraid of Cinderella Grey, because based on the little bit that I've heard and seen about it, it seems a lot more intense than the base manga / anime. You know, it seems like it is a lot more, like, serious and dramatic compared to Pretty Derby. And I'm just like, I don't know if I can handle that, man. I'm like, look at the state I'm in just from watching the base anime, you know, just from absorbing the base stuff. Even though it's pretty emotional, all things considered, it's still pretty uplifting. I'm really afraid of Cinderella Grey. Be afraid. It's about aging? I heard part 2 will be. Part 1 isn't too serious though, is it? I see. Also, I don't know if we are gonna get more nature. I'll say right now, when I started watching season 2 of Uma Musume, I was expecting to get more nature content, because we got nature like once or twice in season 1, but she only kind of appeared as about of a side character as possible. I heard that we would get more screen time for her in season 2, and she did, but I was still like, still feel like I wasn't satisfied, because she was mainly a side character, didn't actually get that much screen time, and every time she was on the screen she lost races. But I was happy that she had an animated dance sequence at the end. But when season 2 ended, I thought like, I'm not gonna get any more nature in season 3, because like it's a new generation, you know, it's Kita-san Black now. I'm probably not gonna get much nature anymore. And then turns out, she's actually got more screen time in season 3 than 2, if anything. It feels like she has more screen time in season 3 than she did in season 2. So I'm actually kind of happy about that. But it does mean that when this season ends, and like, you know, I go over to like watch Cinderella Grey or whatever, I don't know if she'll be there anymore. I guess she might be, because like Oguri shouldn't be too far off in generation wise, but I don't know, I have no idea. I have absolutely no idea. I really love the fact that she's just basically a therapist in season 3. Lord knows I could use a therapist. I found nice nature thing for you. Yeah, I just saw you posted it in the Discord. I've seen this before. I actually follow this artist. They've been doing a lot of Uma Musume stuff, and I'm a big fan. But yeah, I am very Uma pilled. I am very nature pilled. I'm very concerned about what this series is doing to me, because like it is making me feel all sorts of emotions, and I am getting very attached. which is going to be a very bad thing when I eventually run out of Uma Musume content to absorb one day. And then I won't know what to do with myself. I've been contemplating like actually putting in some time to learn Japanese again, just to like absorb more content. That's the degree that we're getting to. I'm grinding Saiyan Sky in hopes of making her a good parent. Ah, you got Saiyan Sky, Ray? I did a 10 pull on the Saiyan Sky banner, but I didn't really get anything. I didn't even get any dupes of nature, actually. I got like three King Halos. I was hoping to get like at least a couple copies of nature to get her closer to 3-star, but nature just keeps eluding me on my pulls, unfortunately. And honestly, now that I've been watching so much Uma Musume content, I have been liking more and more of the characters. Fudging Side Games has been doing such a good job of making me like all of these characters. Like, Fudge, dude, even characters that I didn't even really care much about before, I actually like quite a lot now. And now I'm just like really confused because I don't know who I want to roll. But dude, I do not have enough carrots to roll all these characters. And it's gonna take so long before Cheerleader Nature comes out. I don't know who I want to roll anymore. I don't know when I want to roll anymore. And fine. I thought that maybe there might be like a banner that I'd want to roll at some point, like in the next couple of months, so that I could maybe hope to get enough dupes to 3-star nature. But I actually do not know. There's like a lot of characters that I maybe kind of want, but no like specific character that I really want in the next couple of months. I also got Simbali Rudolph and Smart Falcon. Ah, very nice. Do you have enough star pieces? I do not. I only just got her to 2-star. So like I'm still like 100 pieces short. If I had like close to 70, you know, 60, 70, then I could make up the rest with statues. The problem is I need like I actually need like 90 plus nature pieces to get her to 3-star. That's the issue right now. Huh. You're trading the wedding version of Mayano, Lilo? Very nice. I don't have money to spend on my gachas anymore. I need to find more funds. I have a 4-star Mihono Bourbon. Damn. I think I'm fairly close to 4-star King Halo. But King Halo is not exactly an easy character to train. I'ma like get her to 3-star right now to flex on you. No! I want my nature outfit. I want nature to have a cute little dress. I have so many, like, I actually quite a lot of my 2-star characters I have like a good number of star pieces on, you know, like I feel like a lot of them I have anywhere from 30 to 70 pieces, but nature I only have 4 or something like that. My only 4-star is Teo, the Rising Phoenix one. Oh, I see, I see. How did you get that to 4-star? I'm not even like pulling the Uma banners for the 3-stars anymore at this point. I'm just hoping to get more nature dupes, and I'm not really able to guarantee that because there's so many other 1-star characters I could pull. Other than that, I'm pretty unlucky. Hey, at least you have a 4-star. Do I have a 4-star? Are any of my characters 4-star? I need to check. I don't think so. I don't think I have anyone at 4-star. Though I guess I do have a couple of peeps that are fairly close. And if the timeline on Uma.moe is accurate, I think I might be able. Hold on, let me check real quick. Because I know that the next set of legend races is actually some characters I have, if I'm not wrong. Like here, this is where we are. Yeah, so like the next set of legend races is apparently Mayano, McQueen, Opera, and Creek. I don't have Opera, but I do have everyone else, and if I'm not wrong, I do have a good number of McQueen pieces, I think. Hold on, wait, I need to check this again. How many pieces of? Oh yeah, I have 99 pieces on McQueen. So I'm like 100 pieces short the 4-star McQueen. If I'm able to consistently get pieces from this legend race, I might be able to make up the rest with statues. But I'm so sad that nice nature. Yeah, I only have 4-star pieces on nature. Let me look at all my other 2-stars. Let's see. Yeah, I have 38 pieces on Scarlet. I have 14 on Grass Wonder. I don't have many for Wonder. I have 40 for El Condor Pasa, like 30 for Airgrew, 20 for Mayano, 50 for Winning Ticket, 89 for Bakushin. When did I get so many Bakushin pieces? What the fuck? 40 for Creek. And then 79 for King Halo. Wait, Bakushin is my closest 3-star? What the fudge? Mayano Top Gun on 9/11. Yeah, I don't know if that was meant on purpose or anything, but it certainly lined up, I will say. If we look at the banners, right? Let's just look at the banners real quick. Let me zoom in a little bit so it's easier for y'all to see, right? So like, once Saiyan Sky is done, oh yeah, Bakushin had a legend race. And I've also been pulling a good number. Like, I actually get quite a lot of Bakushins on average whenever I pull. I feel like my most common units I pull for like my most common 1-star units I end up being like King Halo. So like, yeah, after Saiyan Sky, we have Hishi Amazon. I'm not interested in Hishi Amazon. Then we have like outfits for El Condor, Pasa, and Grass Wonder, which I'm also probably not that interested in. Fuji Kiseki is interesting because like she actually played a pretty major role in the Jungle Pocket movie. So I actually do kind of like her, but I don't really know if I would pull for her. Then we have Gold City, which surprisingly enough, I'm kind of interested in, even though she hasn't really appeared in any sort of media, purely because I really like her design. I actually like the design of a lot of like the Gyaru gang, you know, the Gal gang of horses. I generally like their designs quite a lot. So even though I haven't seen much of Gold City ever, I'm actually kind of interested just because of her design. Then we have Summer Special Week and Mario Zensky, which I'm probably not that interested in. Meisho Doto, I know my brother is intending to roll real hard on her. I know she's pretty popular, but I probably am not that interested in. I do have some bias to Asian Flash because I've been using her support card this entire time and she's been doing good things for me. But there's also a nature nature support card coming up. I don't know how good this one is. After that we have Fuku Kitaru outfit. Which I'm probably not that interested in. We have Hishi Akebono, which I think is funny because like she's always, you know, treated as being massive, but probably not that interested in. Agnes Digital, probably not. Then we have Halloween, Rice Shower, and Super Creek, which is cute, but probably not. Kawakami Princess, probably not. Manhattan Cafe, I do wonder if I want to roll on Manhattan Cafe. I don't really know why. I just wondered if I would. Then we have New Year's Symboli Rudolph in Gold City, which was probably not for me. Is this New Year or Fall? I forgot. Tosin Jordan, I actually also like her design a lot. Like I mentioned to y'all, for some reason I just kind of like the Gal Gang like character designs. I find it funny though that out of the Gal Gang, Tosin, Jordan, and Gold City come out first. But the ones that actually appear in the anime are Daitaku Helios and Mejiro Palmer. Both of which come a lot later in the game's lifetime. So that's kind of curious. Definitely wonder why Doto is popular indeed. I think it's just cause like her IRL version, the horse, is also quite beloved, right? Because like the horse has a cat. They have like a cat friend or something like that. Yeah, there is a Kita-san Black rerun, but I actually don't think I need to pull on this. I genuinely don't think I need to pull on this because I only need one more copy of Kita-san Black to max her out. And from what I remember hearing, like 6-month or 1-year anniversaries will get materials to like act as limit breaks for support cards. So I don't think I need to pull. I feel like if I can just get one of those like support card limit break things from an anniversary event, I'm already done with my Kita-san Black. I'd rather pull on a different support card, you know. Doto has many small animal friends. Yeah, I've heard. Though I've only heard about the cat. Then we have Mejiro Dover, which I will admit actually grew on me a little bit after the recent story event of like their like, you know, the wedding event that's happening. That happened. Actually, it should be ending soon. But I don't know if I would roll for her. And then we have Christmas Oguri Cap and Biwa Hayahide. I initially was intending not to pull on this, but I've read some stuff and I've heard from some people that apparently Christmas Oguri Cap is like meta as hell. I've heard that apparently Christmas Oguri Cap is like super meta. I don't know how, but apparently she is. And now I'm kind of like wondering, do I want to be bound by meta? There's also the question I want to ask myself of how long I actually will end up playing this game, right? Because I'm looking quite far into the future here already. You know, I imagine, like, because this is already the start of next year, right? Who knows what I would be doing at the start of next year? Would I still be in the Uma zone? I know I'm very Uma pilled right now, but will I still be Uma pilled by that time? You know, considering that recently I've been, you know, dropping gacha games left and right. Will I actually still be around by the time all of this happens, you know? We go a bit forward, we have Fine Motion, which, you know, I'd rather pull for the support card than the character. Then we have Nice Nature Legend Race! Woohoo! Why is it so far away? Why is it so far away? God damn. Why is it so far away? Why couldn't this be a little bit closer? If I could have a nature legend race, I would probably have enough statues to just get her to 3-star and then I'd be happy. It's so far away. I feel like, all things considered, I should logically have my nature 3-star by the time this happens. So, who knows? And then yes, we have Tamamo Cross. I don't know much about Tamamo Cross, but I know that she appears in Cinderella Grey a good amount because she's apparently like in the same generation as Oguri Cap, right? Like there's the group. There's like Oguri Cap, Super Creep, Tamamo Cross, and one more that I think I'm forgetting. But they were usually seen like in a group during the first couple seasons of Uma Musume as well. She is Oguri Cap's rival. Direct rival? I see. Alright. And then we have Harurara TM Opera. Is this New Year? I can't really tell. I guess it is. Yeah, it's probably New Year because this is the Arima Kinen Legend Race. So that was probably meant to be end of year. Yeah, New Year. This is New Year, Urara, and Opera. Rest in peace, Urara. Then we have. I don't know what this is. Whoops. I don't know what this is here. Some kind of special banner with like everyone? I don't really know. I don't really know what this is supposed to be. Sakura Chiyo no Oh. Then we have Mihono Bourbon and Asian Flash, it looks like. I don't know what event this is. It's like patisserie. It's like a patisserie event. Then we have Mejiro Arden. I've never actually seen Mejiro Arden before. And then Admire Vega. And then we have Machikane Tannhauser and Kita-san Black. Dude, it takes so long for these two to come out. I actually do want these two. This is a banner I do want to pull on, actually. Cause, you know, after season 3, I relate to Kita-san Black quite a bit. She feels like me, just better. And then I actually have grown to really like Tannhauser. Like, she's very cute. I actually like her voice actor is very cute. And actually, funnily enough, I feel like I've grown to like Tannhauser more from watching Pakatube than from the anime. Alright, because she does appear in the anime and she's fairly cute in the anime, but she doesn't actually show up that much. I feel like I get to see her being more chaotic when I'm watching Pakatube. And because of that, I've grown to like her quite a bit. So I actually want to roll on this banner because like I actually do want both of them. And then after that we have Satono Diamond, who I've also kind of grown to like after season 3, so you guys can see how the anime is affecting me. The issue with this is that a couple banners after this, right? We have Majiro Bright here, we have Saiyan Sky Fuji Kisaki. Not sure what type of outfit this is here. Nishino Flower, Yaino Muteki, and then you can see like just so like the Tan House is pronounced Tannhäuser? Tannhäuser. Really? Okay. Yeah, so like you can see the Kita-san Black and Tannhäuser banner is here, right? Like predicted to be next year April. A couple banners afterwards is Cheerleader Nature. Predicted in June. Which, by the way, is such a fudging long time. Dude, what am I going to be doing next year, June? I wonder. I really wonder what I'm going to be doing in June next year. Because I feel like a lot is going to happen in the next couple of months for me. Or at least I hope so. But yeah, it basically means that if I intend to roll on the Kita-san Tannhäuser banner, I probably can't roll on Satono Diamond. And then I would need to have saved up enough to hit Cheerleader Nature as well. Actually, wait, King Halo is also on this. Who's the 3-star on this banner? I sure hope that, like... Now that I think about it, who is... Do they share the rate? Who's the guarantee? Or, oh wait, no, if you roll a certain amount of times, you can choose who you want, right? Okay, then that's fine. Yeah, MSC 2026 would be happening, wouldn't it? Yeah, so she is 3-star, and then King Halo, is King Halo also 3-star? Are they both 3-star? They are, they're both 3-star. So I'm gonna, if I'm not wrong, you roll like 200 times and then you can choose which one you want, right? That's how it works, right? If I'm not wrong. Because I gotta have Cheerleader Nature, man. This is like a non-negotiable situation, you know? I need to have Cheerleader Nature. Like this is my main goal currently, but it's so far away. And it's so close to another banner that I also want to roll on. Which means that logically speaking, if I want to guarantee both of these, I need to ideally have saved like around 60k by this time, right? So that's the tricky thing. If I'm not wrong, Tannhäuser is 2-star, right? She's 2-star. Which means that Kita's, yeah, she's 2-star. So we'll probably be able to roll her at some point. I'd be very surprised if we didn't get her while trying to go for Kita-san black. Actually, is Kita-san a frontrunner? She is, right? Based on the way she ran in the anime. Yeah, she's a frontrunner. Cause man, I relate to Kita-san, man. She's still more talented than I ever will be, but I relate. Just pray you get her out of nowhere. That's the thing is, I don't know how much I can afford to roll on the banners in between. Because as I've already pointed out to you guys, I am kind of interested in some of the characters, like between now and next April, right? Obviously there are characters that I have interest in between then. But I don't know how much I will be able to save. So I'm a little hesitant to spend anything, you know? And then the question comes up of like, but what's the point if I'm saving if I get bored of the game and quit before next year, right? Like, I don't know how long I'll actually end up staying with Uma Musume, especially if I don't roll on anything. Because then the game just gets boring, right? I'd just be training the same characters over and over again for no particular reason. I wouldn't need some new people at some point. So I don't know. That's what I've been kind of battling with myself with, you know? Like, how much can I afford to roll before, you know, all this happens next year? And what is the likelihood that I will still be around? Loyalty issue? Dude, you know me. If, like, I don't force myself to play any games, man. If I get bored of a game, I'm going to stop playing it. That's just how it is. And finally, after all this time, Ejiro Palmer comes on the banner. Even though, you know, she's in the anime and the other two before her aren't really. Then we have Kuren and Fine Motion here. Inari 1, Sweep Tosho, Taiki Shuttle and Michiru Dover, Summer Event, Air Shakur, Narita Brian Saiyan Sky Rerun. Whoops, keep clicking on him accidentally. Mejiro McQueen and Gold Chip Summer. This is also quite cute. I might be interested in Mejiro McQueen Summer. Bamboo Memory, Kopano Ricky, Smart Falcon Rerun. No wait, no, is that an outfit? That's an outfit, I think. Winning Ticket and Narita Taishin outfit. And the fact that we can see so far in advance because we're so behind JP is both a blessing and a curse. And then we have Aston Machan here as well. I've been seeing a lot of manga regarding Aston Machan, and they're usually all supernatural in some way just because of, you know, the story behind her, which is certainly interesting. New Universe ain't even coming out. Yeah, the one that you were interested in, right? Are they even out on JP? It's the same thing with MGO, yeah. Yaman and Zephyr I actually saw in some like fan manga, and I actually kind of like her design. But at this point we're really reaching the point of like, will I actually still be around at this point? They are out. I see, okay. Cross it that one. Nakayama Festa. The fact that her design is already in the game and it's gonna take her this long to come out really makes you like, Uma Musume is playing the long ass game, man. Uma Musume is playing the long fudging game. They have Vodka and Scarlet Christmas, looks like. Zeno Rob Roy, Narita Bryan outfit. Kita-san Black and Satono Diamond outfit. I think, is this New Year? Yeah, it's New Year, I believe. And then all the way here is Daitaku Helios. I'll tell you guys right now, when I was looking at like character designs to decide if I would be interested to start playing Uma Musume, Daitaku Helios was actually one of the designs that stood out to me. I actually really liked her design. And then I found out she doesn't come out for 2 years. Like, damn. And then we're at the point where it's like, yeah, there's a... Who knows, you know? At this point, we are looking at 2 years into the future. Who even knows what the world is going to look like at that point, right? Symbolic Chris S as well. I recently watched Uma Yuru. If you guys don't know Uma Yuru, it's like a chibi short animation series that is on the official Uma Musume YouTube. I recently watched the entirety of it. It wasn't too long, it's like 24 episodes, each like 3 to 4 minutes long, and she was one of the featured characters, so I actually know her. The Skibidi Riz girl, yes, Daitaku Helios is the Skibidi Riz girl from what I know. Probably not a good match with me based on character archetype, but I like her design. And then here we have Neo Universe, the one that Lilo was talking about. All the way in March, April 2027, and that's projected. We don't actually know if this ends up being accurate, considering how far it is in the future. We got a Tannhäuser and Bakshin outfit. We got the entire Gal Gang banner in one, which I guess makes sense. Hishi, Miracle, Tanino, Gimlet, they were also in Umayuru. Taiki Shells, blah blah blah, Marvelous, oh no, this is an outfit. I was like, is Marvelous outfit that far away? And then we've got paid banner. Oh wait, there's a paid banner for cheerleader nature. I don't know what that means. Actually, how do the paid banners even work? Do you like guarantee this character within a certain number of paid pulls or something? Is that how that works? I actually don't know how that works. I don't know how the paid banners work. Because if I can pay a certain amount to guarantee cheerleader nature, I actually probably would do it. But this is so far after the original cheerleader nature that I don't even know. And I want Stay in Love in Global already, dude. That's gonna be ages away. That's like actually ages away. I don't even know what to say. Got Tachyon and Suzuka Summer. There are so many characters actually in this game when you really think about it. We got Narita Top Road. We already have paid banners in Global. Well, obviously I've never looked at them, so I don't actually know how they work. And here we have the fancy gold ship dress. I've definitely seen this one. It's actually very, very nice. Saturno. Oh, I've seen this Saturno Diamond outfit actually. This is a really cute outfit on Saturno Diamond with the big hat. I don't know what it is about small anime girl and big hat that just fires up the neurons, but it just works. There's a horse called Tap Dance City? Huh. Satono Crown takes this long? Damn, I've been seeing her in the anime. Shovel Grand as well. Kita-san black outfit. And then here we have New Year Nature. All the way in November 2027. Damn. Man, I really do wonder what I'd be doing that far into... This is actually 2 years from now. You know? November 2027 is actually a little over 2 years from now. I wonder what I would be doing at that point. Would I still be playing Uma Musume? Would I still be streaming? Would y'all still be watching me streaming? We have no idea, man. When you really think about it in that way, who knows what the future has in store? It's actually kind of scary to think about. And oh fudge! Viploss is right after New Year Nature? Dude, I want Vivloss. I think she has one of the cutest character designs in the entire game. Damn, they're right after each other. That's crazy. That's actually insane. Actually, how far does this even go? Like, if I just keep scrolling, where is the end of this? Here is the end of this. The end of this is in 2029. January 2029 is how far. Verxina is this far? Wow. I've never seen this character before. Loves only you. That's quite an interesting design. Oh, phenomenal. They're from the gold ship family. Damn. Actually insane just how many characters there are. Or, I don't know how to read this, but I know this character as well. Tsurumaru's Yoshi is this far away? They were featured fairly heavily in Umayuru. Wow. Damn. Is that a nature? I see a nature in there. Yeah, you can't fool my eyes. Oh damn, Loves Only You is a yandere vibe. Is it just something about the horses that have love in their name? Is having love in your name as an Uma just like bad news? So many characters. Damn. And we know that JP actually has more Umas, like, on top of this too. There's actually more Umas on top of this already in the JP side. That'll be coming to global eventually. And this is already a 4-year timeline. What will I be doing by the time this date arrives? Like, seriously, what would I be doing? What would we be doing? Damn. That's a scary thing to think about. I would be fudging. How old would I be at this point, actually? January, like 4 years from now, I'd be like fudging 32. Oh my god! Probably just scroll till the end. This is the end. This is the end right here. I literally can't scroll more. This is it. Can you look for Still in Love? I don't think they're on the list. I think they might not be on the list yet. I think they're too far in the future. They haven't actually like calculated yet when it'll be. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. Oh, Durandal! I remember Durandal because my brother was keeping an eye out on Durandal. This character is so coded to my brother, by the way. I'm gonna tell you guys right now, this character is the most like most Snappa brother coded I've ever seen. Because like anyone here who's played Arknights, my brother's favorite character is Blemishine. And he's a big fan of like the Knurl family in general. AKA Blonde Horse Girl Knights. Observe! It's like the most my brother coded character like ever created. Like even he admits that this character was like created specifically to pull him into the game, basically. 4 years ahead and I'll be Dodo's age, damn. You've kind of just doxed your own age in a way, but yeah, I guess so. It looks like there is a Still in Love support card here though. Damn, that's quite a design. Gentle Donna, I know about Gentle Donna as well. It's a scary thing to have this much of the future plotted out. Jungle Pocket is in 2028! Holy shit! That's so far away, dude. I do want to roll Jungle Pocket, honestly. After watching the movie, I feel like I have to roll Jungle Pocket. Like this character is great. I love her cause of Durandal from HI3. Ah, yes. Indeed. We had one of those over there as well. I love all the Triple Tiara winners. You know all of the Triple Tiara winners? Who are? There should probably be a list out there somewhere, actually, thinking about it, right? Hold on. List of Triple Tiara winners. Triple Crown winners. I guess we're looking for Japan, right? There have been 6 winners. Oh, Tiara specifically? Hold on. Oh, you're right. Mejiro Rabonu still in love. Gentle Donna. Almond Eye. I've seen Almond Eye's design as well. Almond Eye has an amazing design. Crown is for... Oh, I didn't know that actually. Wait, I didn't know that actually. Oh. I didn't realize. Triple Crown is male and Triple Tiara is female. I didn't know that. Daring Tact is fairly new, and from what I recall, there actually is a design for this Uma in the game. I do like Almond Eye's design quite a lot. I've been getting so many posts about it on Twitter. I love Almond Eye. Yeah, I imagine you would. So I mean, we know about Simbali Rudolph. That's the newest one we're aware of. Actually, wait, is Mr. CV in the game? I feel like I remember seeing this name somewhere. Narita Bryan was a Triple Crown winner? I did not know that. And then Deep Impact. If I remember correctly, Deep Impact's owner didn't give permission for their name to be used in Uma Musume. I feel like I read somewhere. That Deep Impact's owner didn't give permission. That's why Deep Impact isn't in the game. Mr. CV, I have the... Oh yeah, she is! Yes, now I remember. Hold on. Yeah, it's this character. Yes, now I remember. When Lilo said the perfect top, I suddenly like remembered the memory of Lilo saying that in the past before. Yeah, they are in the game. It's a good design. I like their design actually. Honestly, right? Uma Musume has good character designs, man. Uma Musume actually hits the fudging mark with their character designs. Cause honestly, I like their character designs a lot. Like the characters are not like crazy over designed the way you see in other anime, and yet at the same time like are unique enough that you can identify them in a lineup. You know, it's like not too over the top, but it's not too overly grounded, and even the characters that are meant to look a little bit more simple still look very cute. Fudge dude, the way I've been getting Uma build recently has been crazy. Guys, I'm actually kind of scared. You know, one day I'm going to run out of Uma Musume content to consume, you know? Like, I'm gonna watch all of the animes, I'm gonna watch all of the movies, I'm gonna watch all the translated, like, Pakatu videos there are out there, and I'm just gonna run out of stuff. What's gonna happen to me when that happens, you know? That's what scares me. I already get, like, sad when I don't even finish the fudging anime. What's gonna happen if one day I actually run out of fudging Uma Musume content? Still waiting for the cosplay photo. If Lilo is willing to share cosplay photo, I'd be kind of impressed. Thing won't be till December. You're having a cosplay event in December. I'm wondering if I should go to Comic Fiesta, I wonder. I already went to AMG. I haven't actually been to Comic Fiesta in a couple of years. In fact, I think the last time I was at Comic Fiesta was when I was doing the Kenshin Impact cast, right? That was actually the time that I met Gin in person for the first time, and that was what, 3 years ago? A little over 2 years ago, not close to 3 years ago actually now, since we're in September. Fudge. Yeah, I think that's the last time I went to Comic Fiesta. So it has been quite a while. Become a caster for horse racing? I mean, I don't think I'm as interested in real horses, I'm gonna say right now. I'm definitely one of the target audience for the anime waifu aspect of this. Unfortunately. I'm definitely like the target market for like cute anime girl. Because yeah, you know, I'd have some interest in the horses now that all of this has happened, but like I already mentioned earlier in Discord, I still see the Uma Musume and the horses as separate entities. Hello, Harshil China. Welcome to the channel. What's your favorite type of Asian? I don't really feel like that's a bit of a weird question. But yeah, man, the fact that these are so far away, these characters are so far away. Again, I really do wonder if I will still be playing Uma Musume at that point. I'd rather cast Uma Musume than actual horse racing. True! Agreed, honestly, Ray. Agreed! I would actually love to cast some Uma Musume. I don't know if there's ever going to be like a competitive scene for Uma Musume, because like, I feel like that's kind of niche. Like, it is possible to be competitive in it, but I don't really think the game is designed to be particularly competitive. But I do want to cast Uma Musume, actually. I feel like it would be really fun. And I would be 100% biased anytime I see a nice nature on the screen. You know, we were supposed to figure out something to do tonight. The plan tonight was for us to figure out something to do, but I've spent the past hour talking about Uma Musume. I feel like that is a good indication for what this game has been doing to me recently. I also feel like I've just needed people to talk about the game with. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think part of the reason I feel so lonely after, you know, I stopped watching the anime is also because, like, I feel like I need to share my emotions with someone, and no one around me is like that into the game, or at least like close enough to me for me to like just ramble on like this. So maybe in a way this was necessary as well. Maybe in a way I needed to just ramble the shit out of Uma Musume to y'all. I'd hate to travel to my local cause I have no knowledge, yeah. Too RNG to be competitive. I don't think so. Like, yes, there's definitely some RNG aspects to it, but the whole fact that people still find the game interesting enough to like play it for the racing aspect, I think is an indication that there would be an interest in potential competitive play, right? But Uma, yeah, send me to a con. Yeah, honestly. I wonder if there would be Uma tournaments in any cons around here. Like, logically speaking, there should be, right? You would think that, like, anime conventions would do some kind of, like, simple little Uma Musume tournament. It feels like it would be perfect. Do you want to host one to cast? I don't think I would know how. And in the first place, I don't really think we have enough people here to do that. We could do like simple version, I guess. I guess it would be possible to do like a simpler version where we just kind of like try racing stuff against each other. But I feel like no matter what I put up, I'd probably lose to Darren. Cause like I feel like Darren's of Umas are just better. Imagine thousands of dollars on the line and your Uma just gets blocked. Tough luck. The thing is, that happens though. That actually happens in real life. That, like, horse racing, that can happen in real life. I don't see why, like, you know, yeah, it would be annoying, but it happens. And people do actually just have to accept it when it does happen. So if it happens in Uma Musume too, then it's like, you know, what can you do, right? I know a thing or two about casting a horse race, just know the names and their positions like a play-by-play. Yeah, based on what I've seen from the anime, actually, even though there's usually 2 people on the caster desk when you're casting a horse race, it seems like the other person, like the color caster, barely says anything throughout the race itself. Right? Based on what, like, the little bit I've seen from the anime. I obviously haven't watched clips of real horse racing, so I might be wrong, you know, maybe the anime is only showing the play-by-play parts, but based on what I've seen, the color doesn't actually say all that much during the race itself. They're more of a before and after the race kind of person. Maybe I need to watch some real horse racing to know for sure. But yeah, from what I've seen, it seems like the commentary is typically more on the solo side. Yeah, horse race commentary usually is solo, says Ray. Because I remember from watching the anime and almost every clip I've seen of Uma Musume, it is usually that one play-by-play caster doing most of the race. And then the color caster only like chimes in like in the beginning and the end to like provide information, right? About the horses before and after the race. So that's kind of interesting. He gets paid to just sit there. Nah, I don't think so. Because, like, I imagine there's probably a good amount of talking before the race even starts in the first place, right? Logically, you would think. The color is there for the play-by-play to catch their breath, probably. But I do want to try. I feel like it would be really fun to try doing, like, an Uma Musume, like, casting. Maybe I'll see. If in the future I see like any local conventions doing some kind of Uma Musume tournament or something like that, maybe I'll message them and ask like, hey, you wanna cast? Hello Gin, I see you are on YouTube today. How you doing? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. We have spent the past hour talking about Uma Musume, just to let you know. But yeah, I honestly I feel like I just need to ramble a little bit. I actually feel like I do need to ramble a little bit because like I don't feel like I've had much of a chance to ramble about Uma Musume recently. And considering how deep into the rabbit hole I have been getting, I've just been needing some kind of outlet, I guess. Rambo mumble. Yeah, I'm be ramboing, alright. Comic Fiesta, what? Does Comic Fiesta have a Uma tournament happening? I imagine if they did, they would announce it a little later on, right? Comic Fiesta is still like nearly 3-4 months away. But I am definitely thinking about whether or not I wanna attend Comic Fiesta this year. The most convenient thing would be if Comic Fiesta hired me for whatever reason this year. It was very nice when Genshin Impact hired me to cast during CF, like in 2022. That was nice. I got to go to Comic Fiesta for free. I got to be there earlier than the convention hall opened, which let me do a little bit of shopping before the crowd actually came in. And then I got paid! I wish I got to do more of that. I'm kinda sad that Genshin doesn't really do a lot of stuff anymore. And even if they did, I don't know if they would want me anymore because, well, I haven't played the game in a while. Hey. I will invest everything on Mambo. I want to as well. But just a couple banners after Mambo is cheerleader nature. Maybe what I need is to start earning money again so that I can just spend money on nature. If it's HOK sponsored, then my second day will be free for anyone wanting to go. Oh? Are you gonna be doing something at CF, sir? For the other game? That's what it seems to imply. It's also the first time I seen Dodo. Yeah, that was the first time I met Gin in person. Good times, good times. I remember thinking about like, holy shit, Gin is massive. How did you get scouted for Genshin TCG? I didn't really get scouted. I reached out because it just so happened that like a former co-caster, right? So this was like in the very early days of my casting. I had become somewhat associated with a talent agency. They were wanting to sign me, but I asked around for some advice, and a lot of people that I asked didn't really recommend that I sign to a talent agency. So I just remained somewhat like associated, but not officially under them. But it also meant that I got to know a lot of other casters, which were either like same as me, just affiliated, or actually signed with them. And one of those co-casters, which I had casted before with like a couple times for Dota, apparently went on to work for MiHoYo. He apparently like I hadn't heard from him in a very long time, and I wasn't actually that close to him before, so I didn't really bother to keep track. But apparently he went to China to work for Hoyoverse. So, like this was what, the year before last? Yeah, the year before last. He posted on Facebook for anyone who wanted to cast Genshin Impact. And I was like, oh, I play Genshin. I'd be interested, sure. Oh, so like that got me into the Sea Carnival. And initially it was just casting like Genshin Impact challenges. That was the one that I was casting at CF. And then like after I had finished that, like a few months later, he asked, hey, would you be up to do a casting class? Actually, if I'm not wrong, if I remember my timeline correctly, I believe he asked first if I could do a casting class. Yes, an online casting workshop for streamers. So that was kind of interesting, and it was actually I was supposed to teach casting using the Genshin TCG at the time. So I think that was my first exposure. I did the class, there were only a few people there. And then like a few months after that, I was reached out to again, and he basically asked me, hey, you want to cast some Genshin TCG for real? And I was like, oh yeah, sure, sounds like fun. Where would it be? In China, he says. Okay. Yeah, basically that's how all that happened. I casted actual Beyblade X, in case you haven't heard. Yes, I saw! I saw that you casted an official tournament alongside Leo and some others. That seems fun. That seems really interesting. Dude, I wish that we had a more involved community for this kind of thing around here. Maybe we do, honestly. Maybe I just don't know. Maybe I'm just not involved in it. But I wish I could be more involved in these kind of communal things. I probably could be if I actually participated in the community in the first place, but well, I don't know how to do that. You mean if HOK sponsors Comic Fiesta? Wait, why would your second day be free if HOK sponsors Comic Fiesta? Like, what would happen if HOK wasn't sponsoring Comic Fiesta? Like, what's the relation here again? I'm a bit confused. Buy your first Beyblade. Do I really want to get into another, like, hobby like that? Is that wise? Because I don't think Beyblades are particularly cheap. I did play some, when I was in Riyadh with Leo, because of course I would, right? Obviously I'm going to try. Leo has the entire like arena there. He's got all the Beyblades and the spinners and the whatever. So I was like, of course I'm gonna try, and it is fun. But is it something that I would actually sink money into? It's about 50 to 100 ringgit for a single Beyblade. Oof. That's a bit rough. I guess technically speaking, it's cheaper than TCG though. Right? Actually, when you think about it, it probably would be one of the cheaper hobbies because you don't have to keep consistently like buying new cards and updating your deck and stuff like that. I guess when you think about it in that way, it's probably not as bad, right? Cause I hate HOK. Have you already bought the tickets, Kin? Is that what you're saying? Like, are you saying that you've already bought, like, day 1, day 2 tickets? Or wait, no, you've bought day 2 tickets, is it? I don't know, I feel like after, you know, the fudging, after, you know, the stuff that the emotions that I've run through from watching Uma Musume, I realized that I probably need to have, like, I need to be more involved in, like, a community of some sort. Right? Because I'm just kind of wasting away here at home playing games all day, and while I am technically hanging out with my friends, I'm not really doing anything particularly productive. I'm not really meeting new people. So logically speaking, I really should go out there and do something. I just don't really know what I would want to do, because in the first place, the whole reason I stay at home so much is because I prefer staying at home a lot of the time, right? I do not know, friendos, I do not know. This is why I get lonely. This is why I depend on cute anime girls having fun to keep my day, like, satiated. Or maybe not having fun, you know, going through depression, like what Uma Musume has been doing. But yeah, fudge, man, fudge. Ask nature sensei in the heavens, man. I wish I had a real nature sensei that I could defer to for emotional advice. And also to ask out on a date. POV, we be right there for you to chit chat too. Yeah, I do appreciate that. I don't know why it is that it feels easier for me to, like, dump everything out like this to y'all on stream rather than, like, talking to my friends IRL. I don't know what's up with that. I do have another counseling session coming up on Thursday, so there's definitely a lot of stuff that I can share in that one. But I realized that I am lacking real physical connection to people, I feel like, maybe, I don't know. Also, I'm lacking some kind of ambition. You know, I can't remember if I brought this up to you before, but, like, I watch Uma Musume and I see these characters and I think, like, damn, how do they do that, you know? Like, how do they work so hard? How do they strive so single-mindedly to achieve something? And you realize that it's because there's a goal, right? There's an ambition. There is a singular purpose that these characters are chasing. And, you know, they'll put everything on the line for that. And then I look at myself and I think, like, I don't know if I have something like that. You know, it's very similar to what I was mentioning earlier about, like, season 3, the episode that I left off on, where Kita-san Black was facing a similar issue where she didn't really know what her, like, dream was either, you know, until she figured it out a little bit. I haven't figured that out. I don't know what the heck I want to do with myself. That's probably what makes it, like, that's probably why I feel so demotivated to do anything, because I don't really know, like, what I'm working towards, what I want to work towards in the first place, you know? That's a tricky thing. Anyway, I think I told Darren this yesterday on how I actually hate uni. Is that so, sir? Is that so? Literally joining loads of communities and interests is a huge crutch for me in life. So much connections got me to where I am. Otherwise, I would stay broke. Yeah, I think so as well, right? Because, you know, you're in the Beyblade community, and then you're also in, like, the fighting games community, right? That's why you've had the chance to cast for Beyblade and Tekken. I probably need to get into those myself. I just don't really know how. The problem is, like, I actually am aware that we have a fighting games community here, because they always, like, set up a booth for Comic Fiesta and AMG and that kind of stuff. But I'm lazy to drive there. I'm actually too lazy to drive to, like, wherever they're doing their stuff, you know, because it's not that close to me. That's one of the main things, because I don't like to drive. Studying be taking a toll on me. I also have a lot of communities so far. MCing, YouTube, yeah. Honestly, just the fact that you're doing so much MCing is really impressive to me again. Again, I wish that I did more of that when I was in uni. I feel like I wasted the opportunity for it. There were probably more chances where I could have put myself out there and I just didn't. Honestly, even now there's probably more chances I could put myself out there and I just don't, because I don't know, because I'm like shy, because I'm afraid of being embarrassed or some shit. I don't know. Fucking hell, man. all my insecurities be on full blast. I will forever be a Lily main. Honestly, that makes a lot of sense. Well, you started casting? I mean, yeah, but I don't even feel particularly entwined in this community, funnily enough. I don't really feel that close to anyone. No, you're lazy. Thanks, kid. Appreciate that. Like MLBB. Watch YouTube, like MLBB documentaries. I do know that more people have been doing that. If you're telling me to do my own documentaries, I don't think I can. I definitely have been thinking about doing guide videos though. I do want to try and do a little bit more content this season around. But I will also tell you guys now that I probably intend to start looking for jobs again, like halfway through this season. I'm gonna tell you guys right now. I've kind of set a bit of a timeline for myself where probably by the end of this month I'm going to start putting out resumes and stuff. Cause yeah. Even things that outlandish as toys, Mario Kart, wrestling, J-pop and such get mutuals. My ex account inadvertently got J-pop stan account status. Honestly, I've been posting a shit ton of Uma Musume. If you guys look at my recent Twitter posts, like hold on, if I just like show you guys real quick my recent Twitter posts, it has been all like fudging Uma Musume. You know? In fact, I've been posting more recently because of Uma Musume. It's actually insane. Watch MLVB's newest vid about Alice, Diroff, and Tamis. What if you go to M7? Obviously, I'll take leave if I have to go M7. In the first place, I wonder if I would find a job, right? Considering how long I've been missing in action from the corporate scene. My Treads account has K-pop stan status. Nice. We wait next week for new season. And Obsidia. Nice. Yeah, I haven't seen anything about Obsidia yet, actually. I think I've actually done a very good job of like keeping myself in the dark about Obsidia. I know what she looks like, but that's about it. Uma brings productivity, I guess. I think I've just been feeling very emotionally charged about it. It's been a very long time since I found myself disinvested in like a particular piece of media. You know, I have not fanboyed about a certain piece of media this much in a very, very long time. I don't even remember when's the last time, you know? I guess it was probably Genshin, and even then it wasn't to this level, you know? Like, I feel like I've gotten attached to Uma Musume and its characters, like, so fast. You know, something just clicked in me. And now I am officially an Uma stan, like to a crazy degree. Hero Spotlight is out? Wait, hold on, it is? Wait, when does Obsidia come out? Hold on, Obsidia Hero Spotlight. What the heck? It's out! It came out 7 hours ago! What the fudge? Well, that's convenient. I guess we can react to it. Thank you for the hydration, Kuruel. Hydration is important. Thank you, Kurwell. Just arrived, I see. Welcome, welcome. Uma Stan is also a skill name. Yes, it is. I don't think I've ever taught it to any of my Umas. I feel like it's a bit conditional. It also doesn't feel right to teach it to anyone outside of Agnes Digital. Thank you for the hydration, Gin. Okay, so Hero Spotlight just came out 7 hours ago today. Actually, wow. Because Dodo has been yapping for 1 hour plus. How did you know? It's a punishment. No, thank you. No, thank you. Hydration's important. Alright, I guess we can react to this then. I guess it would be a good thing for us to do since we've just been yapping about Uma Musume for the past like hour and a half. Maybe it's time for me to become a just chatting streamer, you know? I feel like I do that better than anything else. Hey. You should look for Saiyan Sky accounts to breed for your future Uma runs for her unique skill. Only for front runners though, yeah. I've heard that Saiyan Sky has a really good like front runner unique skill. But I guess if it's specifically for frontrunners, it would make sense that I could probably make do with just borrowing Saiyan Skies rather than trying to roll her myself. Especially since, you know, I still am facing the issue of not really knowing how many carrots I can afford to spend. But thinking about the fact that cheerleader nature is like, how long? Is like 9 months away is kind of insane. That's such a long time. I really don't know what I would be doing. Would I have found a job by then? Would I have figured out more of what I want in life by then? It's so hard to imagine. I know I would have probably run out of Uma content by then. Still pretty good in JP as a percent. Or I assume you mean as a parent. I'm not too sure what as a percent would mean. Parent, yes. Still good, huh? Up all the way until now. That's quite something. I don't know. I don't know if I'm willing to spend that much to try and roll Saiyan Sky, cause even though she's a good parent, I wouldn't say I'm that interested in Saiyan Sky as a character. I actually do like Saiyan Sky, you know, from the little bit that I've seen. Like, she's very snarky. She's got like this sort of very laid back but also troll persona, which is kind of fun. But her design doesn't really speak to me. I like her fishing thing. I love her voice actor. Ah, yes. Dude, I've been finding myself liking voice actors more. I can't help but find myself really enamored by Nice Nature's voice. I've also really grown to like Teo's voice because it's so cute, and also Tannhäuser's voice because it's so cute. Back to IT industry, I don't think I have much of a choice. I don't really think there's a lot of other options for me. But I will say that I probably need to approach it from a different mindset. I think I can look back in hindsight and really think about the fact that my entire like approach and mindset to working was like off. You know, like it was wrong. I was already going into work every day feeling unhappy. So obviously I would just feel more unhappy as the days go by, right? Maybe I need to be a little bit more optimistic about it. I don't know. I feel like it's hard though, because in the end, like, it's not really something that I'm that interested in. I think if you can work under MoneyToon, if you can, like not a part-time job, full-time MLBB Malaysia job, it's hard, because I've actually talked. So like in the past season, towards the end, I think Gin probably might know of this. Like I was chatting to a guy, in the, like I think it was around MPL season 15 playoffs. You might have noticed that I was chatting with a guy quite a bit. That was apparently like a newish hire in Moonton. Um, and so I was actually like chatting to him about it, asking how it goes, like the things he does. And I also asked him like oh, like if like how would you go about getting a job like this, you know? And he apparently said like Moonton's not really looking to expand too much in terms of roles. In fact, he himself was actually quite lucky to actually get in. He was like the only person they actually picked up. So it's not like they have a lot of open positions that I can just vie for, you know? Unfortunately. Part-time job for script writer. The only issue with doing part-time job for script writing is that it overlaps with my part-time job for casting, right? Because because script writing would basically be happening at the exact same time that I am casting. So unfortunately, it doesn't quite work because it would mean that the new part-time job overlaps the old part-time job, so I would just end up left with one part-time job. And I would rather be casting. So, I don't know what you just typed there again. But yeah, maybe we can just react to maybe expand to China. What do you mean? Like I work in China? I don't think so. Go to no. I don't think I don't think I can work in China. I don't think I can work in China. I don't think I can work in Japan. Like, I feel like in the end, I enjoy the laid-back feeling of Malaysia. You know, even though I wasn't really particularly enjoying corporate work, I feel like it would be worse in other countries, you know, because like the culture is just different. Cast in China? Nah, man, I don't think I can do that unless I like start improving my language. And I'm gonna be honest, rather than learning Chinese, part of me is thinking of pushing myself to learn Japanese. And I know that I've probably said this quite a lot over the years, but I feel like if I'm going to push myself to like properly learn any language, I kind of want to learn Japanese, like properly, cause I wanna consume more manga. If you can get a work from home job like mom, it would be quite good. Okay, so here's the thing, right? I have mentioned to you guys multiple times that I probably would prefer a work from home job because it would let me be a bit more comfortable and I wouldn't have to drive. Because part of the issue is that I really dislike driving, right? But I also admit, I think I need to get out of the house. I think I need to get out of the house, actually. I feel like I have been stuck at home for too long. And I feel like it's messing with me. I feel like I need to interact with people. Working from home might be making you quite lazy. Maybe, yeah, I gotta admit it probably is. It probably is making me kind of lazy. I don't know, I think I'm just lacking motivation. I'm just lacking like some kind of energy for life right now. That's the issue. I do feel like I need to change something. Unfortunately. Now I feel depressed, yo. But dude, I feel depressed. I wish that being part of the community was a little easier. Technically it would be. It's just hard for me as a personal thing. Me consuming content from the idol groups I've been following for 8 months straight got me to improve my own Japanese. The thing is, I feel like I am actually kind of getting better at like listening to Japanese. The funny thing is, like after all the anime that I've watched over the years, I probably have gotten somewhat okay at actually listening to some Japanese. Like I can actually recognize certain phrases and sentence structures. But obviously I'm still not in a place where I can actually hold a conversation or anything, right? So if anything, I would want to work on that. But yeah, I've been like thinking, basically I need to push myself to do something. I need to actually do something. I've been doing nothing for too long. And it's making me feel really shitty about myself. M7 has Japan in it. It's time to learn to converse with them. That's true. That is true. Of course, then that'll depend on whether or not I actually get to go cast M7, right? Because I don't actually know if I would get to cast M7. I got the cast for M6 because it was in Malaysia. But even then, I only got the cast a couple days. They decided, hey, Staffa only cast a couple days, even though M7's in his home country. So I don't know if I would actually get the cast in M7. Slap in some Yoroshiku and Omedetou in there, yeah. I mean, I actually did converse with the Chinese team at M5 wildcards. Alright, what was it? What team was it? Keep Best Gaming, right? I actually did like chat with them when they were here in Malaysia for M5 wildcard, if I remember correctly. Yes, that's what it was. So that was not bad. Though at the time, the reason that I was able to do that is because Rochelle was with me and she was able to start the conversation. It's always a lot handier when you have an extrovert with you. Fudge. Okay. I need to. Oh well, would you look at that? Hello there, Lion! Thank you for the raid! Welcome to the stream! How you doing? Hello, raiders! It's been a long time since we had one of these. Welcome to the stream today. We have been doing a bunch of chatting about life, about reality, and also about Uma Musume. Hello everyone, that's one way to enter stream indeed. Hello Lion, hello to Adaxa, hello to Chrissy for you. Your name was very dark purple, I had to focus to actually read it. Hello everyone. We were just on a Haru Urara tribute stream. I see, yes. Me and Lion, we were talking about this earlier in the afternoon. I actually brought it up to him, you know. I actually, when I saw the post that Haru Urara had passed away, I was shook. And I had actually just been chatting with him about Uma Musume right before that, so I instantly went and shared it with him. Because we were also actually talking about Haru Urara a little bit. So that's quite something. And then I also shared it in my Discord, because we were also talking a little bit about Haru Urara before that. So it feels like fate had a funny way of working. But yes, hello raiders, welcome to the stream, and thank you Lion for the raid as well. Hopefully y'all had a good tribute stream happening over there. We've just been chatting. We've been chatting about Uma Musume, a little bit about the future banners, and then we've been transitioning to talking about life in general. Because I have been dealing with life. I have also been watching a lot of the Uma Musume anime, and that has been making me think more about life as well. So I just felt like I needed to rant a little bit about it to my viewers, who also act as my my therapist sometimes. My counselors, therapist is more of an official term. The stream was funsies. That's good. What were y'all doing? What were y'all doing over there? Hello, Jachung. Welcome to the stream. Magic chess, anyone? Don't know if I feel like doing magic chess today. I feel like just kind of chilling. I feel like just kind of chilling a little bit today and not really committing too hard to doing anything in particular. But, we do also intend to react to the Obsidia Hero Spotlight in just a little bit. I probably would have reacted to it by now if I wasn't doing so much yapping, but you know, there's been a lot on my mind. The franchise has a way of motivating you to just doing more. Yeah, it makes you like think about yourself a little bit. It really happened at like quite an interesting time for me as a person because I've been dealing with a lot in life recently. Which I think Lion probably knows a little bit about. And I've just been watching the anime and it's been hitting me like a ton of fudging bricks. Because we look at the Uma Musume characters and like how hard they're working and how they're chasing their dreams and overcoming like obstacles in their path and helping each other out. And you're just like, oh, now I'm depressed. Now I'm depressed that I don't have any of this, you know, that kind of thing. But yeah. Can I ask Dodo to react to the drip marketing for Cyrene later? Oh yeah, I can. I've already seen a little bit of it actually. And I am aware that her team has motives from True. Which is like, okay Hoyo, you know what you're doing here, I see you. Yuri Jesus, yes, Pink Jesus returns to the lands of the Hoyo-verse. We were watching Haru having slow metabolism for a while. Oh, was Lion trying to do a Urara run? Is that what was happening? The wildest thing is that Uma Musume is all based on true stories. I know, right? I know, right? Like, fudge dude, if these horses can do it, why can't I, you know? Season 2 still fudging punches me in the gut. I still look back at season 2 and be like, oh my god. I feel like Teo just shot up everyone's favorite character list, like after watching all of that. Unfortunately, Special Week Season 1 could not even compare. Season 3 is okay so far. It's still emotional in some parts, but definitely not quite as far out there as Teo. I am definitely appreciating all the screen time that Nice Nature is getting though. That part is very good to me. But yes, okay, so the doomed lesbian is you know, sometimes though, like the thing is, because yeah, oh thank you for the follow, Adaxa. Thank you. Thank you for the follow, welcome. You know the funny thing is, right, because all the Umas are based on real horses. And I imagine that when like they give permission for their Umas to be turned into anime girls, they're probably aware a little bit of like what might happen. I imagine a lot of them weren't expecting it to get like such a worldwide popularity. But the thing that I wonder most about it is like, how do the real life horse owners feel about the Eurification of their horses, right? I'm kind of wondering about that. Cause like especially when you think about like the rivals, you know, like if we use like Vodka and Scarlet for the most obvious example, like these two are supposedly rivals IRL, and then they get turned into anime girls, and then it's like the biggest Yuri bait that you've ever seen. And I really wonder what their owners / jockeys think about that, you know, like what do you think crosses their mind when they watch and see like the personification of their horses being used to being used for Yuri bait. Oh, I'm a big believer that people should be allowed to chase after what they strive for. I agree. My issue is right now, I don't know what to strive for. That's the depressing thing, you know? You look at these Umas, you think like, they push themselves so hard because they have a goal in mind and they can push each other, you know, and like motivate each other. And I'm just like, I don't even know what I want in the first place. Ain't that the tricky part about life? I follow cool people. Thank you, Adaxa. I don't really think myself is particularly cool, but if you feel that way, I appreciate it. Some of them embrace the anime, though the jockey were still in love, and that, like, you know, when your horse clearly loves you that much, you kind of have to embrace a certain aspect of things. That makes me think now. I know, right? It does, doesn't it? Cause like I think about it, I'm just like, I wonder how they feel about all this. You know? Appeal to the fans, yeah. When are we okay, let's react to Obsidia, shall we? So for the raiders who just came in, the new peeps who just came into the channel, just to give you guys a little bit of context, normally we stream MLBB on this channel, right? This is a channel for Mobile Legends Bang Bang. That is our usual main topic, because in case you guys don't know, I am actually a caster for Mobile Legends. And in case you don't know what that means, I am the guy who shouts at the screen and whose voice you hear when big plays are happening. I am the commentator, basically. I cast for MLBB. So normally we do MLBB on this channel. We do not usually do Yap sessions this long. And Uma Musume is more of a recent thing, because it has been brainwashing me the past couple of weeks. Other raiders are gone, I think. Well, that's pretty normal. I think typically when a raid happens, you're lucky if like 20% of the people stick around. Because most of the time when people are done watching a stream, they just leave. They're not particularly interested in being shoved in the face of a new person. But yes, we normally do MLBB. And a new hero just came out in MLBB, which is the one you see on screen right now, the YouTube video. And so we are going to be reacting to the hero spotlight of this. And this is something I normally do on stream. I will specifically hold off on finding any information about new heroes that are coming out, because I want to have my first time reaction to their abilities, to their kit on stream. And that is basically what we're going to be doing right now. Still in Love and Loves Only You are my favorite red horses. Thinking about it, they are both red, That is kind of curious. I am praying the algorithm gods poke you with more. I am hoping so too. The thing is, if I want the algorithm gods to actually do anything for me, I need to actually be more consistent with my streaming / posting of YouTube videos. And as you probably know, I am not consistent with the latter at all. I'm technically consistent with the former, but I only stream like twice a week under ordinary circumstances. So that's probably not quite enough offerings to the algorithm altar. And that's probably why, yeah. Valentine teamed. I guess so, yeah, true. And that would be the case. But yes. Okay, we need the Valentine God's Bribe channel reward. Do you mean algorithm gods? Because that's the gods we were talking about. Red means love in color language. I mean, that makes sense. That makes sense. Okay, let me turn off my BGM. And then
hello everyone!
Oh, that's very loud. Okay, so we've got the brand new Hero Spotlight for Obsidia right here, everyone. And as per usual, I have specifically gone out of my way to make sure that I have not seen any information about the new hero. So I do not know what her kit is. The only thing I know is that she is a marksman. So we are going to be reacting to the new hero's kit for the very first time here. And since she is releasing fairly soon, it does also mean that we're not going to see her in MPL yet. But we will get to see her in a couple of weeks. And also, straight away, I will say this is a design of all time. Now that I'm looking at it on my screen in full HD, Moonton definitely had some plans for this. They made Obsidia look more baddie in the lobby screen than her model in-game. Really? Is that so? Okay, well, we're going to react to Obsidia. And we're going to see whether I think she's going to be meta in the coming weeks. We will see. I will say though, her being purple is already a plus point to me, by the way. Purple with white hair also very very appealing to my general like RPG character design archetypes. So that's already a thumbs up. Alright.
Today we're showcasing our new mid to late game marksman that delivers huge barrages of single target damage.
Okay.
Obsidia, the sovereign of Dark's End. Obsidia is a hero that requires early game farming to reach her full potential and take over in the mid to late game.
AKA a marksman.
The more hits she lands on enemies, the higher her damage grows, all while weaving through the battle, cutting down her
Okay,
foes with
high
ease.
mobility, I'm already seeing.
Sovereign of Dark's End, Obsidia.
Alright, let's look at her skills.
Passive, return to bone. When Obsidia
You can't design a character that looks like this and give her a passive called Return to Bone, Moonton. You really can't. You can't just do that.
deals damage to enemy minions, heroes, or structures, she gains bone energy.
Again, Moonton. Think about the casters when you're doing this. Think about how we are going to feel having to cast a game and say bone energy. Please, thank you. Okay.
Which she converts into bone shards.
Okay.
Her bone shards will stack up throughout the match. When Obsidia attacks an enemy, all her bone shards will shoot off and home in on the target. First skill.
What? Hold on, wait. So, hold on. So she gets bone energy from attacking and using skills, which will convert into bone shards, which stack up throughout the entire match. And then that will determine the amount of shards that fire
Will
off
stack up throughout the match.
when
Obsidia
she
an enemy,
attacks.
all her bone shards.
And this doesn't get expended, which means that she is Aldous, but better. That seems kind of scary, actually. Isn't that like a lot? Like it depends on how quickly these stack up. Because we know that Aldous stacks up to like getting last hits with his skill 1. This is based on a number of attacks to like structures and opponents. So that will determine how OP this ends up being. But I'm already like, 'cause this is infinite scaling on a marksman. Aldous has infinite scaling, but because he's a fighter, he's very kiteable, so it's very manageable. But this is infinite scaling on a marksman. The last time we had infinite scaling on a marksman was on Granger, and that wasn't even based on damage, that was more on skill spammability, and it still made him very OP. You typically want to avoid putting infinite scaling on a marksman precisely because of this issue. Okay, we'll have to see. This one requires a bit of time to really tell, because it's very difficult to see. This one is very determinant on numbers to decide how OP it actually ends up being. But Bin is correct in that blade armor is an item, and considering how many different attacks this is, blade armor will be a very hard counter to this hero. And since she can't really stop herself from stacking, unless there's some way of doing that later, that might end up being a huge Achilles heel.
Shards will shoot off and home in on the target. First skill. Abyssal Bone Needle.
She's just gonna have bone in everything,
Fires
is
a
it?
needle of bone, dealing damage to target's hit and triggering return to bone on the first enemy hero hit.
She has bone in every ability. I sure hope Muthen is aware of what they've done here. She's just a boner, man. Okay, moving on.
Second skill, Phantom Shadow Meld.
Okay,
Obsidia
no
plunges
bone.
into the abyss and enters Shadow Meld form, greatly increasing her movement
Okay, so this
speed for a
gives-
short duration.
So this is the mobility
Ultimate
skill.
Hunt of Bone.
Okay, the bone is back.
Obsidia fires the Bones of Wrath in the target direction, dealing damage and briefly stunning the first enemy hero.
Single
hit.
target
Then
stun
pulls
and
herself close
pull.
to the target. The Bones of Wrath will latch onto the target and tether Obsidia to them. Obsidia will be locked to a certain distance from the tethered enemy, and the enemy will be unable to use dash or blink skills. When the enemy moves, Obsidia will move with
What? That's interesting. That's different. Okay, that already seems very risky. Cause in the first place, yes, it's very handy to have a skill that denies all mobility skills, but you are tethering yourself to a lock distance from an opponent, and they can decide how far you are allowed to move. And mind you, you are a marksman. You are squishy. That is not supposed to be your job, actually. You are specifically putting yourself in a very dangerous position when you do this. Like, yes, you're denying them mobility, but if your opponent takes like sprint or something and just drags you along with them into their allies, you're just effed, you're just screwed, you're boned. That doesn't seem like it would be very good, I'm gonna be honest. Like, I can imagine she would have very high 1v1 ability, especially when she gets into the late game, but considering how much damage is in the meta right now, I feel like she would just die. That seems like it's not very good.
During the laning phase, use Obsidia's first skill often on enemy minions and heroes to quickly stack her passive. When the enemy's HP drops low enough, use Obsidia's
It looks like her
second
trading
skill
is
and
very
ultimate
high
on them
though.
and finish them off with basic attacks. During teamfights, use Obsidia's basic attacks and first skill to poke the enemy, and her second skill to reposition
That's a lot
herself.
of damage.
Look for opportunities to close in on a target with her ultimate and pick them off with your team.
But it's mostly
Finally,
single
use your
target.
mobility and powerful basic attacks to clean up the remaining enemies.
So it doesn't look like she has a lot of AoE teamfight ability. But she would be very good at melting a single person very quickly. But again, based on the amount of like bone shards she's gonna be firing, she is going to be very vulnerable to blade armor. So you actually have to draft the correct team lineup around this. You do not want to have multiple auto attackers, because if your opponent just builds blade armor to counter multiple of you, Obsidia just ends up like rip very quickly. Second skill is a burst movement speed boost, not a dash. Yeah, that as well. So it means she can't dash over walls either. She's actually very vulnerable then. She's not as high mobility as I expected from the initial clip. You can't use blink when you're caught by ulti. Yep, that is what they said. I'm not sure how I feel about this hero so far.
Obsidia excels at single target damage in the mid to late game and possesses solid mobility. So, mastering the transition to the mid game.
Okay, so the
is
build
crucial
recommend.
to
You
her
know what? I'll
success.
talk about the build recommendation later, because they'll usually have a segment for it.
At level 1, upgrade Obsidia's first skill, as it's the most.
She can fly through walls while she's using ult. Second is spammable during. Oh! Really? Hold on. Let me have a look at her ult again real quick.
Close to the target, the Bones of Wrath will latch onto the target and tether Obsidia to them. Obsidia will be locked to a certain distance
Can
from
she?
the tethered enemy, and the enemy will be unable to use dash or blink skills. When the enemy moves, Obsidia will move.
It
with
does
them.
look like your skill 2 is enhanced, but they don't actually explain anything about it. I feel like that's something in the hero spotlight that's missing. Yeah, they're not showing it.
The most effective way to stack her passive in the early game. Continue to prioritize upgrading her first skill, upgrading her second skill only when there's nothing else available.
That Ruby played bad.
Obsidia's first skill builds substantial passive energy, so try to land them as much as possible to rapidly stack her passive.
Okay, so based on what,
Obsidia's
hold on.
first skill triggers the
Based on what I can see from this clip,
first skill builds substantial passive energy.
if you only auto attack, her bone energy builds up very slowly. But she gets a lot from
So
her
try
skill
to land
1. You can see that all filled up nearly half the bar on its own. It looks like it doesn't recharge that fast, and when you get a full bar, you get 1 stack of the shards, so it's not that quick. It's actually a little slower than all this, but the damage scales a lot higher. And it basically means you have to lane her against a very strong early game hero. Like, you want to play like Clint or Brody, or like, not even Popol actually. I don't think you can afford to play Popol, because you can just stack her auto attacks on Koopa. So you need to like really make sure she's not allowed to free hit early game, or you are in some trouble.
As much as possible to rapidly stack her passive. Obsidia's first skill triggers the passive Bone Shard effect, so landing it on squishy heroes in the mid to late game will quickly poke away their HP. Obsidia's second skill provides an instant burst of movement speed, which can be used to dodge key enemy skills.
It is a pretty nice little dash
Obsidia's
burst.
ultimate disables enemy movement skills.
Okay,
her
wait.
highly effective.
Wait, we needed to see this during the initial showcase. Hero Spotlight, this is important. Holy shit, wait, that's okay. That changes everything. That actually changes everything. Hold on, that's like...
Obsidia's ultimate disables enemy movement skills.
It's a massive dash. It's much longer, and as Ray pointed out, it looks like it does get you over walls. She also enters like a purple state. Based on the fact that there's no text above her head, I'm gonna assume that she's not like untargetable or anything like that. It's just like a effect. But this is huge. Also, she just used it and it's already on a 1 second cooldown. So it is very spammable.
Highly effective against heroes that rely on
Yeah, incredibly spammable. You guys are right. It is movement like Matilda. It is not quite a dash. It's more of a circle. So this is very good for 1v1, but it is still not particularly good in a teamfight situation. She is still locking herself into a very restricted space that is moved by her opponent, and the only way she can dash is by circling around them, which if you are in a team fight, you are basically putting yourself between an opponent and their allies. Like, you have to position yourself really, really well. I don't think Obsidia is going to be that good in team fighting. Or at the very least, her skills are not like perfectly designed for team fighting, but if you have the correct composition, then you can basically like CC a bunch of people together and slowly whittle them down, and then Obsidia can use ult when there's like 2 or 3 people left on fairly low HP. That's probably how you really want to use it. Or she can start the fight by picking off someone instantly with the ultimate, and then stand back afterwards. But it's definitely not team fight based abilities. She is a Reaper, yeah, I can see that. Good against Yin, yeah, Judah's correct about that. She's more of a finisher type. She's very good at 1v1. Yin would get bodied in his ult if she had ult.
Kills. We recommend the Assassin emblem with Swift.
Swift makes sense.
And Weakness
Yeah,
Finder
Weakness Finder makes a lot of
Obsidian.
sense. Okay,
Obsidia's
if her Bone Shards count as auto attacks, Weakness Finder goes ham. But I'm going to assume they don't, because it might be too OP. Because then you could also trigger things like Demon Hunter's Sword, Windtalker, and so on. I'm gonna assume that her Bone Shards don't count as auto attacks.
main focus in the early to mid game is to...
But then they would have to in order for Blade Armor to work. They do then. They do count as auto attacks. So Weakness Finder goes ham, Windtalker goes ham, Corrosion Scythe goes ham. She's almost definitely a Trinity hero. Does she even need to be a Trinity hero? Her auto attack, like, timing would be really fast. She could be crit as well. Hold on, I feel like this is a hero that needs some testing.
stack her passive, and she is quite dependent on equipment. So, Swift and Bargain Hunter are great pickups. As Obsidia's passive stacks up, her basic attacks will hit many times, allowing her to
basic
reduce
attacks
Weakness
hit
Finder's
many
cooldown
times.
and greatly
So
boost
they
its
do count as
effectiveness.
basic attacks then. The recommended build is...
The extra hits from Obsidia's passive Bone Shards are the core of her damage. Compared to other marksmen, Obsidia's basic attacks can hit many more times, so having equipment that boosts crit and attack will maximize her late game burst.
So they suggest a crit build rather than a Trinity build, which I can see why they would, because you usually go a Trinity build to increase attack speed to take advantage of heroes that already benefit from like having good passives, right? So like Carrie will usually go Trinity because she just wants to attack faster. Moskov will go Trinity so that he can attack faster so that he gets more access to dashes. But Obsidia already naturally attacks very quickly, so because of that she can benefit from crit instead. It's a similar issue to it's a similar situation to like Layla Mia, where they will typically be able to attack quite quickly on their own. Just get like a Windtalker to really maximize it. Okay, interesting.
Therefore, we recommend this build. Berserker's Fury and Windtalker are her core equipment. Berserker's Fury offers essential attack and crit attributes to synergize with Obsidia's multi-hit damage. Windtalker's attack speed and crit attributes are great.
Windtalker would go ham.
As well. Haas's Claws offer
and Haas Claws would also go ham.
Gun's physical penetration makes Obsidia
having
more
that many basic attacks is actually really good.
Gold Meteor provides her with extra survivability. We also recommend this specialized basic attack.
Never mind! They also have a Trinity build.
Will be more effective in matches that require sustained combat.
But yeah, I was wondering if this may be a case of a marksman that can actually go in either direction.
She can consistently trigger the passive effects of both.
And it looks like it might be.
Demon Hunter's sword, while Golden Staff's attack effect synergizes.
Because like what I mentioned with the other marksmen, they use Trinity to increase their attack speed and benefit more from like auto attack effects. But if you attack fast automatically, you can still benefit from Trinity, because Corrosion Scythe and Demon Hunter's Sword give you more effects the more you're able to hit. That's the whole reason why they're in a Trinity with Golden Staff in the first place, to maximize their on-hit effects as much as possible. So it's a situation where Obsidia can build Trinity against tankier lineups and then build crit against squishier lineups. There's like not a lot of marksman heroes that can do this.
Previous equipment build, both Malefic Gun and Rose Gold Meteor,
but it's interesting
well with Obsidia. We recommend the Purify battle spell for Obsidia.
Purify or Flash makes sense, I think, or Flicker.
Purify CC removal can significantly boost her potential in teamfights. Vengeance is another solid choice for Obsidia.
Would I suggest Vengeance?
To an enemy and cause them to engage
it's possible.
Vengeance's damage reduction will provide a lot of value in these encounters.
Alright, hold on, we're gonna look at this. So counters high mobility heroes. She would work really good against assassins and any 1v1 duelists, because her ult just headers and she will outmaneuver them like crazy when they don't have their dash skills. Freya can't even do damage without having access to dash skills, so that's really good. She's countered by regular auto attack marksmen because they will probably burst her faster than she can burst them. And then we have Best Whiff. Yeah, for once, Best Whiff is not things like Tigreal, Minotaur, Atlas, because Obsidia doesn't actually do that well in AoE teamfight situations. She is probably better with a healer support or a pick-off support. So this does make sense. It does, but man, I don't like Estes being here.
Obsidia's ultimate will disable dash and blink skills.
But I will also say, it is a skill shot. The ultimate is a skill shot. So a good like Haya or Lance will be able to avoid it, and the moment that it's been fired and misses, you just have a free kill, actually.
Those who rely on them, such as Hayabusa, Freya, and Lancelot. Obsidia struggles during the early laning phase, making her vulnerable to other marksmen with strong early game, such as Bruno and Layla. Obsidia usually reaches her damage potential.
Layla is a strong early game, huh?
She wants support heroes
surprisingly,
early game,
kind of.
like Angela and Estes. During the laning phase, use Obsidia's first skill to poke the enemy and stack her passive. Once her passive Bone Shards reaches a certain amount, her damage output will go up significantly. Obsidia's ultimate is a great tool to secure kills when teammates come to gank.
I'm very surprised they didn't properly explain the ultimate better.
Her high mobility and single target damage to coordinate with teammates and pick up enemies.
Cause like the ultimate dash
Obsidia,
seems important.
Sovereign of Dark's End, will be available September 17th. From September 17th through September 30th, you can purchase the pass using a combination of diamonds and battle
A
points.
pass? You don't buy her directly?
After unlocking the pass and reaching the required total logins, the diamonds spent will be fully refunded. So you can get Obsidia for as little as 0
That's
diamonds.
interesting.
Please note, Obsidia can still be purchased for 32,000 BP, but you will no longer be able to get the pass or the login diamond rebate event.
That's how they get people. So basically, you can buy the Obsidia pass with diamonds, and then if you log in a certain number of days afterwards, they'll refund all the diamonds and basically give her to you for free, but you do have to do the work of logging in every day. Otherwise, you can spend battle points to buy her, but she will just cost battle points, right? Like normal. So you don't get to have her for free.
Obsidia's Undying Remnant skin will be...
What do we think about the skin, y'all? What do we think about the skin compared to the regular design? I feel like her regular design actually looks a little better. I knew someone was going to say that ass. Fans! Okay, everyone. Okay, everyone. Chill out. Relax, everyone. Order in the court. Moonton knew what they were doing, man. Moonton knew what they were doing.
For only 51 diamonds in the first 2 weeks. It's time to forge a new abyss with Obsidia. And until next time, we'll be seeing you in the Land of Dawn.
Interesting. Interesting, I will say. I will say it's an interesting hero. So I will say, from what I can see, actually, Obsidia actually feels really balanced. I actually do think that Obsidia is surprisingly balanced. Because, like, she has a specific niche that she's suited for, which is 1v1 anti-mobility pickoff. She's not gonna be very good at team fighting. Her skill set just straight up is not very suited for it. And her early game is actually going to be kind of weak. Like, I can see the fact that she needs to stack up means that if she is lane against like Bruno, Brody, Clint, she's going to have a very hard time farming. So she is counterable. And then blade armor is going to be a huge issue for her as well. Like, she can be strong, especially if she stacks up properly with her abilities and she's drafted into the right team composition. But I don't actually think she's going to be super meta. I don't think this is actually a permaban hero for the first time in a very long time, you know? I actually really like it when games do this sort of hero design. She's meant for a specific niche. She has certain conditions she has to hit for that niche, and it's understandable how you need to play and how you need to pick to counter her. So I actually really like what Moonton have done here. Is it possible that she will be secretly OP? Yes. Because there are times when I miss things. There have definitely been situations in the past where I thought a hero was going to be not very strong, and then they ended up being absolutely busted. But I feel like this is one of those situations where the hero is actually somewhat balanced. So, good job, Moonton. We'll see what happens when Obsidia is actually released for pro play in a couple of weeks. But for now, I will say I do like what they've done with Obsidia. I just wish they didn't put so much bone in the hero. Alright. Alright, everyone. I hope everyone's ready to return to bone very soon. But yeah, not too bad, not too bad. DJY on the top left, yeah. Honestly, how has DJY been doing? He's still ranking. He's actually live right now. This guy's insane. She's good against Zetian. Can she be played in mid? I don't think so. She's gonna get poked like crazy. I really don't think she's a good mid laner. I think she's almost exclusively a gold lane. I could see an argument for her being a jungler, actually. I think outside of gold lane, her most viable position is probably jungle. because you can quite safely like get stacks by attacking jungle creeps. The problem is she's going to be very easy to invade. So I don't think it's going to be very viable. I think she's almost exclusively locked into gold lane. You can't stack from jungle creeps? Okay, she's exclusively gold lane then. There's no way she can be played anywhere else. It's interesting though, it's interesting. It really doesn't seem like she's that busted. Oh yeah, Belleric too, this guy right here, the first comment. Belleric is going to F her shit. Saying Layla has a strong early game is a crime. Surprisingly though, when you compare to a marksman like this, Layla actually doesn't have a bad early game. You can't get free stacks from the crab either? Wow. I kind of feel like it shouldn't be like that. Actually, I feel like she should be allowed to stack off of like jungle creeps and crabs and stuff. Because considering, like, when you look at it, it really doesn't look like she stacks that quickly. So I feel like having the ability to stack off of jungle creeps should exist. Oh wait, no, wait, no. I think I know why. I know why they didn't do it. Because you could technically like auto attack the shit out of a jungle creep, reset it to full health, and then keep auto attacking it again. You can basically just be farming stacks on one single jungle creep forever. That's probably why they didn't do it. Yeah, when I think about it like that, I can see why they would not allow stacking on jungle creeps. But it does feel a bit unfortunate. It does feel unfortunate. Okay. Okay. That would still be hella slow, but it would be free. That's the difference. It would be free. There would be basically no risk to her cell. If I get enemy Obsidia, I'm gonna make him regret picking that thing. Honestly, she feels very counterable. You just lock in any sort of early lane marksman, you will beat the shit out of her. Honestly, Bruno will be a hard counter to Obsidia. I can see him just being the best lane opponent for her. And I mean, by as in, he would be the worst lane opponent for her to deal with. Alright. I feel like I had a lot to say that time around. I feel like me trying to edit this hero spotlight is going to take a little while. I'm gonna try and do it by tomorrow though, see if I can post up the hero spotlight reaction tomorrow. Because this was just released today, so if I can do it quick, maybe people will actually come by. Hehe. I fear to fully one-trick Leslie because of that hero now. I'm sorry for you, Cruel. I feel like Leslie's just really, really bad. I feel like Leslie is really bad right now. I had a hard lane against Iritel one time on Obsidia. Yeah, I mean Iritel can poke from afar and she has like naturally high mobility without relying on like mobility skills. If Iritel gets her ult out before Obsidia hits her with her ult, Iritel can still run around quite easily and actually chase Obsidia down even with the enhanced dashing. Gonna need to raid and fade, but have a great rest of the stream. I'm actually surprised you're still here, Lion. Thanks for sticking around. Thanks for the raid as well, sir. Have a very good night to you. You can see all the Uma Musume stuff that was happening before this. Alright. Cool. Alright. What's next, friendos? What shall we do next? Is it back to yet? Oh, you know what? You know what would be fun to do? You guys remember that? You guys remember that MLBB Hero quiz I brought up? Like, who knows how long ago? We could actually do that. Oh, but Lilo did want me to react to the Siren drip marketing, so we can actually do that first. But this might be something fun to do. Like, I brought it up a while ago and I just never actually got around to actually like trying it. This can also be a video on itself actually, though I feel like that would require more editing. Alright, let's see. Wait, where is Siren's drip marketing? Is it a video? Is it like Twitter? I did actually already see some of her drip marketing on Twitter. Let me go to Twitter. Honestly, it's a bit dangerous for me to open Twitter on stream because I do follow some accounts that can be a bit sus sometimes. I'm gonna warn you guys right now. Siren. You know what? I should go to Star Rail official. Wait, where is Star Rail official? HSR. What was Star Rail's fudging Honkai Star? Just YouTube? Okay. Siren drip marketing. Which one is it? It's this one, right? I know that her background music is fudging true. And I'm just like, alright, Hoyoverse, you got me. I didn't even play Honkai Impact when Elysia's like part came out, when the Flame Chasers part came out, but in the combination of the Flame Chasers animation and then like the little bits and pieces of story that I picked up for here and there, like I know why Elysia is so beloved. And honestly, even I like her a lot, and I've never actually interacted with her in any way. Putting true in so sneakily. So sneaky, putting true in the background. Huh. Well played. And honestly, she's a very pretty design. Impact's Elysia design was already very, very pretty. Especially her Hersher form was very, very pretty. But Siren's also very, very pretty. Honestly, Hoyo continues to have very, very pretty characters. Siren and Finance splash art is like an hourglass. I did hear about that. I actually did see that. But obviously I haven't been following Star Rail anymore, so I don't really know like I don't really know what's going on there precisely. I even like initially thought that Siren was like she was in kind of like a child form, or at the very least a very petite form, and all of a sudden she looks more adult. I don't really know like how that happened either. So unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to provide like particularly good like insight as to what's happening here or provide the best reactions, because I obviously am not really in the Star Rail scene anymore, but it's very pretty. She's very pretty. Our pink Jesus has returned. The Herta is still my queen. Dude, I love Herta's design actually. Herta remains like the Herta remains one of my favorite. Like I already really liked Herta's design when it was just Puppet Herta. Puppet Herta was already one of the designs I really liked from Star Rail. Then they released like full the Herta, and she looks like that. Like oh. Actually peak fudging gacha game character design, by the way. Like I already mentioned, you know, cute anime waifu with big hat is already a massively good aesthetic. Then she's purple, you know? And anyone who's been here long enough knows about my off-shoulder preference. Is it a fetish? I think it probably is, but I'm not going to call it that. My off-shoulder preference should already be a well-known thing over here, so it's like this design was just... Dude, if I was still playing Star Rail when the Herta came out, I would 100% roll. This is like 100% roll for me if I was actually still playing the game. It's probably a good thing for me that I wasn't playing the game, because, yeah, I would be locked in. Does she have an Android? This is a really cute Android, actually. Is this official? It looks like it might be. But yeah, this is like... The Herta is straight up one of my favorite gacha game designs of all time. Straight up. Like, just from a design perspective. Obviously, my favorite is still Hu Tao. But like... This is probably the closest you can get to hitting like all of my like character design preferences in one place. Like the fact that I already feel this way even though I didn't play the game when she came out is like a very good indication of how well this has hit the buttons. Been maining mini Herta since 1.0, then since using the Herta together since I see E6 by the way. You have E6 Herta? Really? Like for real? Did you spend? That's actually insane. Money was spent. Yeah, I'd be very surprised if you had E6 Herta without money spent. Off-shoulder aesthetic is so good, guys. Have I ever told you how good off-shoulder aesthetic is? I have, but I'll continue to say it. Any time you see a character with off-shoulder aesthetic, it's just like, okay, I am weak. Hi Dad, just finished playing HSR. Oh, is the Herta? Yes, we were talking about some HSR stuff because Lilo asked me to react to the new Siren drip marketing. Yes, we already talked a little bit about that earlier. The return of Pink Jesus herself. I don't want to study, but tomorrow exam. I think you kind of need to study, sir. Why DJ? Why still Honored though? I one-tricked Gwyn to Immortal. Well, I don't know. I'm still Honor. Also, he's solo queuing in PH server. Then again, Ray is in PH server, so I'm gonna get her. I got 58k ready. Damn, sir, how long have you not been rolling? Wow. That's impressive. Yeah, Ray probably solo queued as well. Okay, hold on. Let me go to the bathroom real quick, and then I'll come back, and we can actually try this MLBB quiz thing. And we can have a little bit of fun with that. Hold on. Okay, I am back. He had like 10 wins, 18 losses in the past 2 days. That's but that's a dark system right there. That's why I decided not to do ranked MLBB today. You're limited 5 stars. You only have E1 S1 Archer and E0 S1 Saber. Oh. You just joined in 3.4. Oh, you're a very new player then. So you've just been doing nothing but saving. Wow, I see. I just reached glory for the 4th time this season because Wooten loves me so much. Ooh. But current team can help me clear nearly any stages that no need multiple team. Ah. What are we doing now, Kuruel? We are doing this. You guys remember this? You guys remember when I brought this up like a little while ago? And then just kind of completely forgot about it. This MLBB hero quiz. And can you name all Mobile Legends heroes? Hold on. Let me do a little bit of cropping so that we don't have like all the ads and stuff happening. Oh yeah, like 5 or 6 months ago, right? Something like that, I think. It's been a while. It has been a while. Okay, actually if I zoom in then I don't have to crop as much. And then you guys can also see better. And then let me put myself on top, I guess. Actually no, I shouldn't put myself on top. I'll put myself down here. So basically, this is going to be a quiz to test myself. Oops, wrong scene. To test myself as a caster who has been casting MPL for as long as I have. Can I remember all of the MLBB heroes in the game from memory alone? The timer is 25 minutes. But I don't feel like I will need that long, right? Like surely. After all the time I've spent casting MLBB, it shouldn't take me 25 minutes to remember every hero in the game, right? Right? And of course we're going to try and do this with no reference. There'd be no point if I'm going to refer to something, right? And you guys should try to avoid helping me as well, because the goal is to try and see if I remember everything. You guys know that if you help me, then you won't get the funny situation where I just can't remember like one hero until the very end. Yeah, watch me suffer, everyone. This is, and honestly, you guys could probably try this on your own as well. Maybe not now though, because like if you're doing it at the same time as you're watching me, then me announcing all the heroes would probably help you guys out. Though it's up to you. Ray says there's a singing game show where a contestant has to sing a song with correct notes with increasing difficulty, and an idol won the jackpot by singing Uma Musume. Wow, really? Damn. And then you'll say you're a disgrace as a caster after you fail. Amazing. But yeah, so we got all Mobile Legends hero quiz here. Okay, hold on. I'm going to start the quiz first just to check something, which is actually no. I basically wanted to check what the newest hero on the list was. But I feel like the last time we checked this, it was actually fairly up to date. I'm pretty sure. I think it was just missing Kalea. Wait, no, was Kalea the newest? Was Kalea the newest hero? Eh. Oh no, yeah, Zetian. What am I saying? Zetian was the newest one. Hold on, I'm gonna start the quiz real quick just to check if Zetian is on the list. She is not on the list. Okay, so it probably has everyone up until Kalea. Oops, I spelled Kalea wrong. Okay, yeah, so it has everyone up until Kalea. I'm gonna restart real quick. I just wanted to check which heroes it had up until. Okay. So, we are going to try out this all Mobile Legends hero quiz. 128 heroes by memory. I really don't think I need 25 minutes, but we will see. And as we've just tested, it does not include Zetian. Alright, so Zetian is not included in this list. Logically, I should be alright. And let's see how long this takes me, shall we? Let's see how long this takes me. What if you lose? What bet? I don't think we're betting anything. I don't think it's not like I have anything to bet in the first place. My life is already down here. I bet grass Grass is important depending on who you're asking. His dignity is on the line. Yeah, true. I'm technically betting my honor as an MLBB caster, you know. I should know every hero in the game. Especially since they even have like a hint of what role they are. And they get pretty specific too, if like support, tank, assassin, fighter. Logically, that should be more than enough for me to figure it out. Right? If you lose another karaoke stream, I would do another stream even if I won. It would just come down to when I had the time to do it. But yes. Alright. Okay, so just in case I decide I want to turn this into like a video or a TikTok or something, I'm gonna turn off my background music. I know it might end up being a little bit quiet without the background music, but I'm thinking just in case I decide that I'm able to turn this into a video, it would be better for me to have no background music so I can add my own later. So hopefully that's okay for y'all. And we will give this a shot, I guess. If you lose, you have to Pyoy? Nah. Oh no. Nah. Okay, anyways. Shall we give this a shot? I think it is time for us to give it a shot. And in 3, 2, 1, go. We'll start with the newest. Kalea, Lucas, Suyo. Then we'll start from the basics. We got Layla, we got Mia, we got Zilong, we got Alucard, we got Nana, we got Minotaur, we got Johnson, we have Saber, we have Lancelot. I'm not really going by any particular order. I'm just like popping things into my head. And we're gonna go for the meta heroes. Hayabusa. Do I have to spell Yi Sun Shin correctly, by the way? Well, I guess I do. Zusin, of course. We got Glue. We got CC for EXP lane. Let's go by lane, shall we? In jungle, we've already got YSS, Hayabusa, Lance. Then we can have Xborg jungle, we can have Fredrin jungle, we can have Baxia jungle, we can have Akai. Those are most of the meta junglers. Then we have, let's go gold laners, Bruno, Ixia. Damn it. Hold on. Leslie. Oops, I missed an E. Leslie. Okay, this might take longer than I thought, everyone. I'm gonna say right now. Melissa, we got Forsaken Lights on Melissa, Yin, Xavier, and then Julian, Terizla, EXP, Edith, EXP, Paquito, Benedetta. I'm just basically popping off the top of my head now. Guinevere, of course, everyone's mains. We got Kagura, we have Natan, we have Granger. Fudge, there's so many heroes in the game now that I think about it. Holy shit, did I type Kagura already? I did, yeah. We got Valentina. Oop, they took Veil and then Valir. I already put Saber in, right? Yeah, I already put Saber in. We got Natalia, and then we have Hilda for the annoying roamers. And we have the healer supports. Estes, I hate him. Angela. We got Florin. Oops, misspelled Florin. And then we have Rafaela. I already put in Kalea. And then we have Diggy, of course. So that's all the pure supports. We're missing a few assassins, quite a few assassins. We got Karina. We have Martis. We got Balmond. Oh, Blamond, apparently. Barats is another tank jungler that I forgot about. Wow, there's a lot of heroes missing here. Holy shit. Okay, I haven't really gone through mages. Let's go through mages. We got Cyclops. We've got Farsa, Cecilion, Carmilla. Ooh, this is tanks. Let's go to tanks. Tigreal. We've got Atlas. I've already put Johnson, Lolita. Badang, can't forget Badang. Grok just recently revamped. Ugh. Wow, I'm like only halfway. I'm not even halfway actually. That's crazy. That's crazy how many there are. Esmeralda. Matilda, I almost forgot Matilda, surprisingly. Kaja. I'm missing a good number of fighters. Okay, Joy, I almost forgot Joy. That's also an assassin. And we have Aldous, one of the worst heroes in the game right now. We have Argus. We have Aulus. I couldn't remember his name for a moment. I was trying to remember Aulus, and for some reason I just couldn't remember his name. Ruby. Can't believe it took me that long to get to Ruby. Ooh. Loi, Yuzong, Ling, for a bunch of the Chang'e. Do I have to spell it right? Yeah, Chang'e. For a lot of the Cadia Riverlands people. Diroth, Alice, Tamas for the Abyss. Terizla I already put in. Sylvana, Harith, Harley, Gushin. Okay. Cho. Forgot Cho for quite a while. It helps that they're in alphabetical order. I guess so. Yeah, that's true. It does help a little bit that they're in alphabetical. But it won't really matter if I just can't remember certain people, right? Fudge, I'm starting to turn certain blanks here. I'm gonna be honest. I've gotten through a good chunk of the cast, but I'm gonna need to lock in. I need to focus a little bit. Okay, who else am I not thinking about? Eudora. Almost forgot Eudora, one of the basics. Aurora. Oops, Zurora. Aurora, and then we have Vexana, and then we have Faramis for glue counters. Oh, this is tough. This is actually tough. You know what? I should get the other casters to do this. I'm kind of curious who would score the best. Lunox. How am I forgetting so many marksmen? How are there so many marksmen and I'm not thinking of? Clint, Brody, Popol, and Koopa. I already have Layla, Mia. Hanabi, of course, the trio. Hylos for tank. Hylos got taught. Always a duo, those two. 30 more heroes. I can imagine y'all just like yelling at me for getting like specific peoples. There are still a few more assassins that I haven't thought of. What other assassins am I missing? Assassins, fighters. I have Exborg, Yuzong, Tamas, Paquito, Benedetta. Oh shit. There's a second marksman as forgotten, and it's not Yi-Sun Shin. Oh, he's an assassin marksman, right? Wow, my brain is starting to turn up blanks. This is bad. Wait. Claude. Many hated ones. maybe I'm blanking them out because I hate them, right? What heroes do I hate? Estes. Estes is just at the forefront of my mind. Diroth's already in there. CC is all. I already typed CC, right? Yeah, I did. Suyo. How am I forgetting this many fighters? Ooh, brain. I need you to not give up on me now, brain. At least get me a little further. Oh god. Why am I blanking? Why am I blanking? There's a couple of tank supports remaining that I'm not thinking of too. Atlas, Tigreal, Minotaur, Franco. Can't believe. And they're all going to be so obvious too when I find out what I forgot. Roger. Okay, Roger is there. Gatot, Badang, Glue, CC. Think alphabetical order. It's not working. Alphabetical's not doing anything for me right now. Chip. Oh, mage is my worst role. You can tell. I've forgotten. I there's so many mages that I'm not thinking of. Surprisingly, there's a good number of fighters that I've just completely forgotten too. Uranus. Okay, Uranus. I have to be forgetting some really ridiculously simple things right now, everyone. There's gotta be some really simple things I'm forgetting right now. I need to think in order. Let's try thinking about assassins. Hayabusa, Lancelot, Ling, Karina, Natalia, Saber, Joy are all in there. Gushan as well. Fanny! Fudge! Can't believe I forgot Fanny. I think I'm effed. There's still like 30. There's still like 30 heroes I'm missing. Tina, Farsa, Odette. Odette, Chang'e is there. Valier. How am I missing this many? I thought that I would probably start forgetting when I had maybe like 10 left, not when I had 30 left. Brody, Clint, Layla, Mia, Hanabi, Melissa, Natan. Wow. Granger is already in there as well. Zerov, Sylvana, Esme, all the tank EXP laners I feel like I've already thought about. Guinevere's in there. Try thinking of skin series. Kimmy! That's the marksman mage. Dodo be forgetting less picked heroes. Yeah. My work as a caster might actually be working against me now because I can only think about the heroes that have been picked consistently. I can't even think of the second marksman assassin. I didn't even remember there being a second one. I thought it was only Leslie. Oh my god. Nolan. That took a while to think about. Ugh. Amon! He's the first one. Of course he's the first one. There's a second assassin mage. And then there's so many fighters. Players are famous of this hero. Who? Cho? No, I already put in Cho. Yuzong's in there, Ruby's in there, Xborg, CC, Edith, Grok, Gatot, Badang. All the common EXP laners have already been pulled out. I've even pulled in Aldous, Argus, Aldous. There's another A fighter too. I did put in Vaxia, right? Yeah, I did. I definitely put in Vaxia. Alice? No, I put in Alice as well. Think of players' hero pools. I guess I have to. Oh, but these are most Moskov! These are most of the players fudging hero pools though. I did already put in Bruno, I'm pretty sure. Hellkurt! The Remembering Stormy Hellkurt. There's Claude, there's... How about Fighter Gold Lane is mostly Ruby and then sometimes Paquito. And then Yuzong once in the past. Cheese picks. There's already Hilda, there's Diggy, there's Natalia. CC. I can't believe I'm forgetting so many fighters. And fighters are my favorite class. The Clanker is missing? Oh my god, you're right, Jawhead. I only have 7 minutes left. I still have 25 heroes I haven't put in. I can't believe this. And I thought I had a good memory. Last season SRG win with an annoying mage. Odette, right? I have it. And Nana, I already have both of them. Lapu Lapu! Couple mages, couple supports. I'm missing 2 tanks. I'm missing a good chunk of mages. Were there any other X's? X starting mages or Z starting mages? Zask! And Eve! Real couple, boy, girl. I mean, I already have Cecilia and Carmilla. A real couple that's not Cecilia and Carmilla? And then mage and support? I'm pretty sure. They're the only ones, right? Novaria! Oh my god. I'm only managing these with hints. Damn it. Damn it, I can't believe myself. I can't believe myself. I'm so disappointed. I am so disappointed in myself. There's so many, there's 21 heroes left and I can't think about anything. I can't believe I'm missing so many fighters. Oh shit, Minsitar! Oh, I can't believe. Bane! Oh no, you're right, you guys are right. I can't believe myself. I can't believe I'm forgetting all of this. I cannot believe I'm forgetting all of this. It's so hard to think about everything without anything to bounce it off of. That's the issue. Kufra, I didn't even put in Kufra. GH. There's either a G assassin or a HA assassin. Surfboard. Oh, Gord. Naisu would be so disappointed. Aurora and Vex are in here. Ah, I'm definitely not getting everything. The goal here is to just try to get as many as I can before I inevitably fail and be disgraced forever. Irritel! I can't believe I forgot Irritel. Wait, why is Hilda before Fredrin if it's alphabetical? Khalid. Hero riding carpet? What? Someone rides a carpet? Oh my god, someone riding a horse, Leomord. I can't believe myself. It's so obvious when you point it out. Kadita. That's not a marksman assassin. That's a mage assassin. I got thrown off. Fudge. Kadita, Kalea are both water based. There's an A fighter between Aldous and Argus. LMNOPQR. And this was literally between A and Z. Nah, there's like big gaps of lettering between some of these as well. Let me try and get a couple more at least. At least get a couple more. I've got 1.5 minutes left. I'm gonna feel so dumb when these names pop out. And I will recognize every single one of them. Alphabetical? Alphabetical doesn't help when you have nothing to refer to, sir! Who's Odette's boyfriend? Lance? No. Yes, Lance is in here. I'm so cooked. It's over, y'all. It's over. It's fudging over. I have 30 seconds left. I also just realized chat has been blocking the timer the entire time. Nah, it's over. I've forgotten everything. I thought Odette's boyfriend is Johnson. Johnson's in here too! I already got him! Lantern Girl, I have her! She's in there! Oh, fine. I'm looking at them now. Oh. Hanzo. Alpha. I'm an idiot. Alpha, Freya, Masha, Arlet, Sun, Phobius. You've been saying Alpha. I see. Lilia, Beatrix, Carrie. Oh my god, I forgot Carrie. Bellaric, 1-1. I mean, 13 heroes off is not the worst. The problem is, I only got a bunch of the remaining ones because you guys gave me hints as well. Aw, man. I forgot Phobius too. He's meta. He's meta. Selena's also meta. Carrie gets picked too, and 1-1. How did I forget 1-1? Did you forget the counter to Bony Girl? Yeah, we were just talking about Bellaric before this. The problem is my mind is like wandering so many places. You know, like my mind is like going in so many directions at once to like try and figure out all sorts of things that I'm not really able to focus on anyone in particular. Fudge. I kept spamming alphabetical when it's in the name. I didn't know that's what you meant, man. Dude, when you're trying this hard to remember stuff, your brain is just not able to accept new information. But this is genuinely really hard. I need to get the other casters to try this. Well, 115 out of 128 in 25 minutes with a little bit of chat assistance. I will take it. Unfortunately, I have not been able to prove my wordiness today. But it's fine. I think it was a good time. It was fun. It was fun when my brain wasn't frying. And well, I got 90%, you know, the average score is 76, you know, so I think 90% is pretty good. That's an A score, you know, if I was taking a test, I would have gotten an A. In certain places, that could even be counted as an A+. That's pretty good. But this Kadita was definitely a troll. Marksman Assassin? Nah. Yeah, that's effed up. The fact that I even got that. They need to fix that. But okay, there we go. Not too bad. You guys can definitely try this out yourselves as well. I think it would be pretty fun if you guys find yourselves with nothing to do one day. This could be a fun little activity to take up half an hour. Why is there a red bar on my camera? I just noticed. Is that? No. It's only there here. What is that? What is that little red bar by my camera? Does it move with? It does. It does move with my camera. Oh, wait. No, I know what it is. Okay. Yeah, let me just turn that off. Okay. Cool, cool. Yeah, and honestly, you guys can try this. I will put the link to this in the Discord, and you guys can give it a try, and then maybe you guys can try comparing your results, right? And we can see like who truly remembers all the heroes best. I did get a little bit of help from you guys, so in a way my score might not be quite as legit. But honestly, right, even now after I've seen all the names that I missed, I feel like if I tried doing the quiz again, I would probably still forget. And that's just how this kind of thing works. I feel like even now that I've seen all of the names here, I would probably still forget some if I tried the quiz again from the beginning. Because there's just so many to remember, right? Like, damn. Well, that's pretty fun though. Maybe we can try again another day. I think right now is a bit unfair for me to try again, but maybe another day we can try again. And maybe we can train ourselves, you know? I'm gonna train me to be able to recite every hero in the game from memory. What's the purpose of it? No real purpose. Just for pride. Alright. Cool. Let me just drop this in Discord for y'all then. Okay, there we go. Now it's 130 heroes at Obsidia. Yeah, so we have Zetian and Obsidia, which will make 130. Man, the disappointing thing is that there's actually heroes I play among the ones I've forgotten too. I could forgive myself for forgetting like Hanzo, you know, or Masha. But like, I play Carry. And I obviously play Phobius and Alpha and Belleric. Like, that's the sad part. There's heroes I play among the ones that I forgot. So sad. But alright then. Honestly, I wonder, actually, you know, this is a quiz website, right? I wonder if they have other, like, MLBB quizzes. Maybe that's what we should look at. Hold on, let me see. Mobile Legends. That could be something kind of fun to just do. There are some quizzes here. So this was the one I just did, the Mobile Legends Heroes. Heroes by lines, item names, entrance lines, quizzes. How much do you know about Mobile Legends? Is this just a trivia? It's only 6 questions though. That doesn't seem particularly difficult. Yeah, 6 questions, 5 minutes. You also play Beatrix due to redemption. I did actually used to play like a good bit of Beatrix in the past. When the game was not as difficult. Mobile Legends items? I feel like if they just show me a picture and then I guess the item, it shouldn't be too hard though. Unless it's like completely... Unless it's the same format as before. Oh, this is kind of old. Wow, look at these old icons. Holy shit. Look at these old ass MLBB item icons. Oh my god. Wow. Now that's a blast from the past. I feel so unk looking at them. You know what? Let's do this for fun. We're not gonna do this too seriously because I'm gonna say now I probably won't remember a lot of like the the in-between items. But this is a 15-minute quiz and we've got 15 minutes left until 1 a.m. I think it's a good time to just like plop this in and give it a try. Why not? Especially since there are actually some old items I still remember here too. Let's see how many I can identify, shall we? So this is obviously Demon Hunter Sword. I don't actually know this one. Magic Tome? I don't know. I don't know that one actually. Swift Boots. Corrosion Sight. You guys are gonna notice I really don't know the names of the in-between items. Healing Necklace? Yeah, Healing Necklace. Magic Necklace? Yeah. Immortality. Holy Crystal. I have no fudging idea that one. That's an old item. Tough Boots. Glowing Wand. Bloodlust Axe, my beloved. I miss you every day. Warrior Boots. Clock of Destiny. Black Ice Shield, I think it was. Yes. Oh wait, no, Swift Boots. Huh. What is this one called actually? No. Huh. I have forgotten the fast shoes. I can't believe I forgot what the fast shoes were called. Wow. Twilight Armor. Actually, I don't think I need the cat. This is Star Shard, if I remember correctly. Yes. Dagger. Not dagger. Huh? That's not dagger. Knife? Huh? Is that not? Huh? Okay. Fleeting Time. Brute Force. Breastplate. Beast Slayer. No, this is Beast something. Beast Hunter. Beast shit. Beast Slayer was the upgraded version of it. Oh, fudge. I forgot. Necklace of Durance. Remember those days, everyone? Antique Cuirass. Enchanted Talisman. Lightning Truncheon. Blade of Despair. Endless Battle. Oh, here's the upgraded. This is Beast Slayer. Huh? It's not? I was pretty confident in that. Really? Huh. Really? Okay. Fudge, I've actually forgotten this one. No, wait, have I? Azure Blade? Yes. Is this Athena Shield? Is this old Athena Shield? Or is this a different item? You know, it is old Athena Shield. Wind Talker. I don't know if this item still exists. I don't remember it. I don't think... This is not Blade Armor, is it? No, Blade Armor is down there. Yeah, I don't know this one. Magic Ring. No. Shot in the dark. Winter Truncheon. Remember that, boyos. Concentrated Energy. Cursed Helmet. Dreadnought Armor. Huh? This is Dreadnought Armor, isn't it? Or is it a different item? Oh, this is Dreadnought. Really? Fudge. Yeah, I don't remember the flail at all. It's not just flail, right? Yeah, no. I don't remember what this one's called. It was spelling? Dread? Not. Is that not correct? Damn. Demon Shoes. Magic shoes. And this was Scarlet Phantom? Yes, I still remember. You got it right, just wrong spelling. Is that not how you spell Dreadnought? Divine Glaive. I don't know the hood. Magic hood? Could it be? Yeah, probably not. Man. I'm just it is magic potion, oh my god. Chest plate. Nope. I really don't know the tier 1, tier 2 items very well. Apologies everyone, I really should learn them properly. Oracle, Wrath Potion. Was it called something else back then? I feel like it's Wrath Potion now. This one was... wow! It's something gem. Enchanted gem? No. Damn. Wind of Nature. Rose Gold Meteor. Oops. Blood Wings. Arcane Shoe. Oh wait, no, these are boots. Arcane Boots. Blade of Heptases. Magic Tome. No. Hylos core item? Yeah, I've actually forgotten the name. Wasn't it something gem? Yeah, I'm really bad at the tier 1, tier 2 items, man. Molten Essence, Golden Staff, Fury Hammer, Berserker's Fury, Calamity, Reaper. Remember when that existed? I don't know. I remember Azure Blade, but I don't remember this one. A rock potion? Yes, it was. Ice Queen's Wand. Huh? Ice Queen Wand? Okay, it wasn't. I see. A magic container? I think this one was? No. Magic canister? Fudge. Okay. Was this javelin? It might have been. No. Spear? Fudge. Ares belt. Sea halberd. Wait, this was called something else, wasn't it? I forgot that one then. This one's dagger or knife. Knife. What? No way. Raptor machete. Yes, thank you. Legion sword. I don't know. Magic hood. Don't know. This one is dagger or knife. Weren't there dagger or knife? I don't know. Boots. Thunder belt. Oh, I remember this, but I've completely forgotten what it's called. Encourage shield or something, because I know it was. It gave you encourage back then. Hunter strike. Don't know that one. Don't know you. Don't know you. Raptor knife. This is the lower level version of Raptor machete. I just can't remember. Oh, I remember these boots as well. This was something. Queen's wings. Oh, I was wondering. This is the old name. The old name of the item. Wings of the Apocalypse Queen. Yes. Malefic roar. Guardian helmet. Sky, is it still Sky Guardian helmet? Sky Guardian helmet. Yes. I think that's everything I can get. I think that is probably everything I can get. Were you Magic Tome actually? No. 61 out of 96 is not the most ideal. Of course, a lot of these are like old items, so I can understand myself for getting like the old like passive scrolls kind of things. But man, for getting all of the tier 1 and tier 2 items is a little bit rough. I'm gonna be honest. I really should remember the tier 1, tier 2 items better. That has always been a weak point in my memory. Yeah, I think I will just and rapid boots, of course. I'm stupid. I can't believe I forgot rapid boots. Sometimes it takes leaving and coming back to remember things. I don't know how I'm spelling Dreadnought wrong though. How am I spelling Dreadnought wrong? Wait, does it not have the... No. I remember when Jay-Z said Hunter's Raptor using Renmar as a hint. Ah, yes, yes. I remember now, during the Jeopardy. I remember Raptor Machete, but I can't remember the tier 1 version. And I can't remember what old Sea Halberd was called, actually. I've completely forgotten what old Sea Halberd was called. This one isn't Javelin, is it? Oh my god, that one is Javelin! It doesn't even look like a Javelin! Is this Mana Crystal? Or was this Magic Crystal? Nope. Alright, fudge it. Let's just give up and look through. Book of Sages. So I definitely don't remember the old passive scrolls. Physical Attack Dagger? I'm pretty sure it's just called Dagger now. No wonder I was forgetting things. Pillager Axe. Ah, yeah, it was called that. Beast Killer! It was Beast Killer, not Beast Slayer. I'm so dumb. It was Beast Killer. I knew it was Beast something. Damn it. Heart of Steel. I don't even remember that item. Hero's Ring. Dreadnought. Oh, it's spelled with an A? Huh. Okay. Rogue Meteor. Of course it's Rogue Meteor. I can't believe I forgot Rogue Meteor. Exotic Veil. Okay, I know that now. Leather Jerkin. Power Potion. I'm pretty sure it's called Wrath Potion now, though. Elegant. It's Elegant Gem. I knew it was something gem. And then I even said Enchanted. I remembered it started with an E. Elegant Gem. Mystery Codex, Magic Wand. Oh my god, I said Magic Staff because it looks more like a staff than a wand. I'm stupid. Vitality Crystal, Ogre Tomahawk, it's a Mystic Container. I knew it was container. I said I typed a magic container. Oh, I'm so dumb. Regular Spear. It's not speared. It's a regular spear. I knew this was dagger. I'm pretty sure it's just called dagger now. It's not attack speed dagger anymore. Deadly Blade. Huh, okay. And Silencer Robe, Magic Resist Cloak. I knew it was Mallet! I was wondering if it was Mallet. But it was Vampire Mallet. Courage Bulwark. Okay. Tome of Evil, Iron Hunting Bow, Nimble Blade. Okay, Power Crystal. Was it always called Power Crystal? Wizard Boots, Cursed Sword, Hunter's Knife. Ah, okay. Cool. 66%. I think that's pretty good. You know, if the average score is 39%, I think 66% is pretty good. I'll take that. I will take that. Alright. Pretty fun. Just to do some simple little quizzes here before we finish off the stream today. But yeah, it is officially 1 AM, which means it's about time for us to finish off the stream. We didn't really do any sort of gameplay today, but I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I actually did quite enjoy the stream today. I think it's kind of nice to have, I think it's nice to have these sort of like chill streams where we just kind of chat about stuff and yap and like react to things and play simple games. I actually had a lot of fun. It's been a while since I've had fun on a stream like this. Of course, we don't count the karaoke stream because that's a different type of fun. But I think it's kind of nice to have streams like this where we just kind of chill, we chat, and we don't really try to rank stuff or play games or whatever. Just chill, you know? I think that's pretty nice. Send something on the Discord. What did you send? Oh, this is the clip of the person who won the game show from singing Uma Musume's song, is it? Alright, I'll have a look at that later. For now though, I think it is about time for us to finish off the stream today. I know that it is not our usual sort of gameplay stream, but hopefully you guys enjoyed today's stream as much as I did as well. You know, I think it was fun. I think it was chill, it was simple. Especially with MPL Season 16 starting off soon, it's nice to have a little bit of rest while chilling with you guys on live. And as you guys mentioned, if the patch comes out, when does the patch come out? Because like someone mentioned that I could probably do like patch note review on Thursday, which means that the patch comes out like tomorrow or the day after or something like that, which would certainly line up nicely. So if that's the case, we could certainly do a patch note review on Thursday before season starts. Oh, 17, next week. Okay, so not this week. Then I guess we're gonna have to figure out something else to do this Thursday as well. Well, we'll think about that another time. Maybe it's time for me to actually play some Uma Musume for real. Wednesday, yeah, next Wednesday. But since my streams will be on Thursday, that means we will do patch note review next Thursday. Unless I decide I want to be very active and just do the patch note review on Wednesday itself. Which is not impossible, actually. You know, I could just like shift the date of like one of the streams to Wednesday instead. Possible. We shall see. But alright, so with that, I'm gonna go ahead and finish off the stream here for today. Thank you very much everyone for dropping by. Hope you guys enjoyed yapping about Uma Musume and life with me. And then watching me fail at guessing all the MLBB hero names. And also me reacting to the new Obsidia Hero Spotlight. I will think about what we do this Thursday. Maybe we play Uma Musume, maybe we play something else. We'll discuss it in Discord. For those of you who haven't, do drop a like, follow, and subscribe on my socials. I'm always live on YouTube and Twitch every Tuesday and Thursday night. And then I also have Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and a Discord server. So if you guys want to follow or join any of those, feel free. Always appreciate the support, and it's the best way for you guys to be part of the community and know whenever I am going live. But yeah, with that, we're gonna finish things off. Next stream will be on Thursday as per usual. And as we know, MPL is gonna be starting very soon. Oh yeah, I wanted to bring this up as well during the stream. I just kind of forgot about it. But if you guys, I imagine you guys have already seen MPL officially post the caster list announcement. Right? You guys would have already seen this, and you guys would have already seen our official final hashtags for everyone. Right? So you guys would have noticed that we settled on sdafhaacast for me, which was not actually a hashtag I came up with myself. We had one final call before deciding on all of these to get like input from all of the talents in one place. And I can't remember who came up with this. I think it might have been Poji, but I cannot confirm. But that's the one that we eventually went with because it seemed like it would be a pretty good option, all things considered. And you can see everyone else's hashtag also selected. So I think that's pretty good. So yeah, looking forward to the start of MPL. It actually starts this weekend, so we're only a few days away from the opening match. Looking forward to that. I will be casting on Saturday, by the way, just to let you guys know. So I will be there on the very first day of MPL. So look forward to that, everyone. Alright, everyone. Once again, I'm gonna go ahead and finish off the stream here. Thank you very much, everyone, for dropping by, and I will see you guys on the next one. Have a very good night, everyone. Bye bye. Good night. See you.